The first thing you would notice physically about this demonic angel is the tantalizing inspiration gone into forging it. Shiny, chrome, exquisite. But the real hot stopper that this demonic angel, as in our galaxy of talents, is a masterpiece of true craftsmanship. And if you're wondering why I did refer her as demonic, she just took down 1800 best talents this country has from 8 cities. 225 teams bowed down in a span of 5 months, and only 8 of them making it closer to her. Yet, she wasn't satisfied. It takes enormous amount of dedication, countless hours of Dota2 madness, and believe us Bengaluru, to have these 2 teams who are ready to put down everything they got for themselves to slay this magnificent, cruel mistress known to us as Demonic Angel. So who do you think deserve this? Well, I'll leave it up to time to answer us that.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Dire team
Anti-mage.
Radiant team pick. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire
Silencer.
Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team Dire pick. Team pick.
Clockwork.
Radiant team Dire pick. Team ban.
Mirana.
Radiant team ban. Radiant
Tegna.
Dire team. You may now select your
Clinks.
Prepare for battle. 30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
For me. Missing bottom.
We say no.
I'll take your tribute.
'Tis mine.
Haste. Are you even trying?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Take us.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Too fast.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
An easy shot.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
The prize is mine.
It shall not be.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Haste.
That shot.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As we live.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Due to technical issues, we have been unable to broadcast this game, so we are not live on the stream yet. But we are trying to salvage as much as we can, and we are going live through a directed camera. So the camera is not under our control, but we'll try to cast this match for you guys who are watching it right here from Phoenix Market City. So in the commentary box is Zach7 and Heaton. So Heaton, tell me, bring us up to speed as to what are the developments of the match till now.
Well, to be quite honest, this is going to be a aggressive fight situation. So far, it's an aggressive fight coming over and the guy has not been able to get any kind of farm. And I expected and predicted them to, kind of get an early Greaves and, shut down the silencer. Yet again, you see that
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Deliverance is just having an easy day and farming off. And now he's going to be quite farmed as well.
And with that rotation, they take out that Underlord quite easily. If you look at the farm, Viper has an Aquila and infused raindrop pickup. At 12 minutes, we are looking at. Let's just take a brief look at the KDA over here. So
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
and he's already up with his Aether Lens. So that is going to be a bit of a question with that live drain combos coming up. Decrypify and Drive Drain. What do you think?
The max levels of Decrypify and Live Drain are pretty nuisance, and it's going to be pretty troublesome for the opponents. And right here, as we see, Appa is just farming out quite easily on his lanes. And he is quite far away from his Battle Fury. And yet again, this is Deliverance getting caught out, and Deliverance he's going to try to get the kill on the Khalnaik, but not going to be successful, and he's dead. And in the meanwhile, Kaneki just getting his region back using the shrine.
So there you go, there's a Clockwork catching up to Kaneki, and he's in a wee bit of trouble. So there you go, Khalnaik trying to contribute to his share of the fight. Kaneki trying to get that stock and meanwhile Live Drain, easy pick off on the Khalnaik over there. So Underlord is out of the picture. Kaneki trying to hold on to their lives. 19 falls as well, so that's 2 for 1. There you go, Decrypify on the Jafiro. Haunter absolutely dominating this team fight out here. Another easy pick off. Oh, that arrow connects, and Pugna is the one that's in trouble right now. Beautiful cogs coming up, and with that we see Kaneki fall to the onslaught of Aggressive 5 as they stay true to their name. That's a 4 for 1 trade-off. Beautiful gameplay coming up from Aggressive 5.
Well, to be quite honest, I thought that the fight was kind of gonna go Nirvana's way after that arrow hit him, but Anti-Match was completely zoned out by the Clockwork, that is Pinkman. An impossible kind of a play, but well played there. And now Deliverance is just gonna move ahead, and he's just gonna farm out his hero, and he's building towards Deso. He already has an Aquila and Power Trex. So this is not going Nirvana's way as expected, and Aggressive 5 being the aggressors and trying to take down the early advantage.
If you look at that damage that's dealt out by the Viper and the Pugna combo, they are leaving no stone unturned when it comes to pushing down lanes. It's just 14-minute mark, but bottom is completely decimated. They have gone for the tier 2 tower.
Exactly. They have the vision advantage as well. Those two aggressive observer wards being placed out by the Dire. That's Aggressive 5, and Pinkman is very close to his Blade Mail. And this is quite a lot of farm that Paddling has got on himself. And in the meanwhile, Rival is being shut down by Pasol, trying to get the impale. He misses on the impale as well. Not a good day in the office, sir. And Rival trying to escape, not gonna.
The support arrow from Kaneki not really coming to the aid, and Pinkman takes off the pick on Rival. Actually, Pasol got that kill off. As for the Viper, he's gone for the traditional Hood of Defiance build, so here's some EE Sama for you. There you go, beautiful hook shot coming in from Pinkman. That leap was nullified, and Mirana in huge trouble as the life drain decimates her. There you go, Kaneki has fallen, easy pick off coming in from Aggressive 5 once again.
Like I said, it's complete synergy coming out from Aggressive 5. The clocks and the hook shot completely on point, and Klink's easy killing that Mirana. And yet again, I'll just have a check on the Underlord. Yet again, a poor Underlord. We're having 4 raindrops and a soul ring, and with his mechanism not even completed up to the 15-minute mark, he's opting for the Arcane first. In the meanwhile, they're going to try and catch Pugna and take down Pugna, but in the meanwhile, Sand King tries to go, and Antimage jumping onto him. Yet again, a beautiful cogs, but Antimage salvages a kill but dies. And this is not a fair trade, to be quite honest. Viper, in the meanwhile, has just joined the fight.
So Aggressive 5 coming in right at the brink of time. I see Paddling and Pasol are always there to save the day. So Haunter can actually extend. They got that kill off, but that's all accounted for because there's beautiful push coming in for Aggressive 5. So that's what they are doing right now. They're just abusing the Pugna pick over there, making the most of time, because right now for Nirvana, time is their enemy. They just need to make sure that Anti-Mage gets at least 2 of his core items before they can make an impact in the game.
Well, Rival is just roaming around the map right now. And he's trying to complete his Blink Dagger, and some pinging coming out from Team Nirvana. They can forge a comeback here, but it's highly improbable, and they need to just, you know, like pick out the right fights. Mirana doesn't need to get caught out again, and Antimage needs to get some farm back in his game. And we have the Deso completed on Deliverance, and this is not looking good, and it's not going to be pretty for Team Nirvana.
Meanwhile, there's another team fight that's about to happen. Rival is invisible, and Aggressive 5 are just going to jump in on Kaneki. It's a beautiful 2-man stun coming in from Rival that's got them. The arrow, we couldn't see whether it actually hit or missed, but I think that's one team fight averted. So Heaton, tell me, would you be happy if there was a Viper against you who was armed with a Dragon Lance and a Hood of Defiance under the 20-minute mark?
Right, in my dreams.
So I think Nirvana has a long day ahead of them if they wish to make a comeback into this game.
Well, I see this Jakiro and I feel pity for him. And to be quite honest, they're trying to salvage whatever they can right now. And Nirvana just smoking up, and they're going to bait the Andimage. It's not a quite smart move, and Rival has not yet completed his Blink Dagger. He's close to it, so one team fight that might go their way, and he might have it. But in the meanwhile, Pugna is busy pushing mid, and Mirana is just lurking around, I don't know doing what.
I guess right now, even if they could trade off towers, Aggressive 5 always has the upper hand, so base race is nothing you want to be if there's a Pugna on the opposite team, especially paired up with that Viper who's pretty fat at this moment. So there you go, there's multiple teleportations coming in from Nirvana as they try to save what would remain of their tier 3. The camera is getting diverted. I think there's going to be a huge fight up there at tier 3 in the top lane. There's the defensive macro pyre coming in, but there's nothing they can do. And a Pugna armed with an Ether Lens is your worst nightmare, especially at late in right now.
Well, to be quite honest, they're giving some space to the Andimage, and we all know what that guy is capable of, what that hero as well is capable of. Well, we've seen some wonders late game, but this is Aggressive 5 and they're trying to dominate and push this early, and this is the chance they wanted, and Andimage is dead yet again. Well, this is not going their way.
Nirvana tried to put up a good fight, and that global silence absolutely shut them down. So well played from Pasol, who used it at a key moment. I think that anti-mage dive would be accounted for if Rival followed up and Kaneki followed too. So I think time is really their enemy. There's a blink pickup on the Sand King, which is a bit late, but I think that could make things turn around for them if they set up a perfect stun paired up with that epicenter. What do you think?
Well, I would just like to point out the warding yet again. It's completely on point by Pasol. It's again giving them that vision that they direly need, and they completely, you know, they're completely zoning out their opponents, trying to trap them in the base. Only Anti-Mage and Mirana trying to lurk out, and you know, just trying to lure their team out. Nirvana is completely shut down right now, and this is only because of that early Pugna and Viper. And I really find it really hard that Aggressive 5 might be able to just, you know, they're just gonna storm them over, I believe.
Once again, they're all smoked up, and I think this team just watches the cooldown timer for the Smoke of Deceit and tries to purchase it. As well as a beautiful hook shot coming in from Pinkman on the Ube Lord, as I say. And there's a beautiful ice part catching the Flings over here. And is he really going to fall? The Macro Fire is really taking there you go, Deliverance taken out of the game as Aggressive 5 tries to escape. And that's the Flings from the anti-mage, but coming up with that defensive fight. There's a teleportation coming in from the Viper. Beautiful two-man stun from Rival. Things could turn up for Nirvana over here. Arrow missed, and Kaneki is going to pay the debt by the Viper takes him down. This time it's the Rival who's going down as well. So Aggressive 5 have managed to do a comeback. Pinkman escaping with the same of his health. For those kills, but he's going to break out. He doesn't want to risk his fight over here anymore. Pinkman going to escape with a sliver of his health.
Well, this was the fight that Nirvana should have taken. And they tried their best, but then Antimate was trying, but then Pugna caught him off guard, and he saw him lurking around the corner, and then it just curtains for him, and he had to back off, because if he didn't, it was just again going to be another death for the Antimate. And to be quite honest, it was a good fight on the side of Nirvana, and well, you see the gold graph going towards Aggressive 5, 11k network lead. That's quite a lot.
That's a pretty huge lead. They need a miracle to come back in this game. And by miracle, I mean not the player, but the feed itself. Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, all those of you who have joined us late, this is a live broadcast of Conquerors Insignia Grand Finale for Dota. Aggressive 5 versus Nirvana, bringing you Zack 7 and Ethan.
Well, yet again, Sand King initiating, but a perfect global silence coming out. And Clockwork in the meanwhile has caught out Mirana. And Sand King trying to TP out, not successful. A failed ice path, the Viper trying to get aggressive. Opa getting caught out. And this is going to be another death for Opa. And in the meanwhile, I believe Aggressive 5 is now going to try for the high ground siege. And Antimage is busy farming his stuff. He's just going to make it back in time. But I think so they're going to trade out the high ground tower. And the tier 3 falling, now the top racks as well.
So Aggressive 5 have taken out 2 of Team Nirvana's heroes, and they're going straight for the racks. They are on a no bullshit build over here. And with that, I think the game is kind of would be over for Nirvana. I'm not predicting stuff, but I'm just speculating what the game could bring us, because at
you
this
see
point
that little cheeky ward there yet again. You see that cheeky little ward giving vision. Enough vision for them to know that they're smoked up, they're coming for you. Just back off. Take the smarter fight, live to fight another day. And now this is going to be an easy Rosh with the double damage getting picked out. But Nirvana is in the house. They know that this is up. And the Pit of Malice coming out. Sand King coming in, 2-man stun. He's going to get caught out round.
that's quite a lot of damage dealt, and they're going to defeat Roshan is dangerously low on health. Oh, they want to contest once again. There you go, Pugna with that insane range on the life drain. Beautiful ice path, catching paddling over there. The macro pie taking damage. Oh my god! The Aegis has been snatched by the Viper. It actually fell to Nirvana. Right now, Kaneki getting decimated by the Viper over there. Pugna trying out his best. There's an ice path blocking the Viper and the Pugna over there. So that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. The gold is going to go to Nirvana, but the Aegis is going to go to Team Aggressive 5.
Well, I would rather say that this was again a lopsided fight, but Antimage didn't turn up to the fight. And that can go in favor of Nirvana quite later on in the game. And he's still farming out. He's trying to get closer to his Manta. And I think so he should have it before the second lane of Rax is gone. But Aggressify knowing this, and they're going to take down Sand King in a flash. Well, in the meanwhile, Khalnayak, okay, he was initiated upon, but a mid-switch poke shot, sorry.
At this moment, they are lacking a Sand King over there. The Kaneki is going to get in game pretty soon. There you go, 1 second off him. And the Jakiro falling dangerously low thanks to the ward. There's an arrow that's going to strike paddling at maximum range. A Glimmer Cape has been popped out, but he's well within tower range. And they do want to kill him, but he has an Aegis of Immortality on him. So that is not the fight you want to pick up. Kaneki though trying to pop that Aegis. Look at that, Xavier life drain coming in. Haunter has been on the peak of his game tonight, and they continue the onslaught as the tier 3 tower for mid lane is taken out. Meanwhile, Khalnayak falling down. with that insane range on that live train. Going straight for the racks. Beautiful two-man stun coming in from Rival. Not going to be enough, unfortunately. Onslaught still continues, targeting the melee racks over here. Nirvana are absolutely trying their best to stop this, and the ward actually dealing all of the damage. Paddling just putting out last hits on Kaneki over there.
Did you just notice Deliverance just took down the bottom tower as well? And like I was saying, Viper is a nuisance. He has been a nuisance this game. And I think the final nail in the coffin has been put. And I think so, Nirvana will tap out now. Yes, indeed.
There's the call. And 25 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen, we have Aggressive 5 clutching the first of the BO3 series. And Nirvana has to recede. So, first win to Aggressive 5. Here are your winners for Game 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay tuned. Game 2 is coming out soon.
Zach7 and Heaton signing out. 1 was beautifully taken on by Aggressive 5 in what was a 25-minute crushing victory. So, Heaton, what do you think the next game has in store for us?
Well, like the first game, I think Aggressive 5 are going in with a better draft. Picking in the Sand King into the Phantom Lancer with the Enigma. Having to play a better AoE control. And this time Nirvana have picked out the Viper, but I don't think so it's going to have that much of a potential looking at the Phantom Lancer. I think that Phantom Lancer is going to counter the Viper mid. And looking at their supports, it's going to be Clockwork and Witch Doctor. And it's going to be an Offlane Doom. Offlane Doom with Clockwork seems effective, but not that much. And this fourth pick is going to just come out for Aggressive, and it's going to be a Vengeful Spirit. Okay, so this is going to be a support Venja, I'm guessing.
I'm inclined to agree. I think Team Nirvana's draft works best if they disable the Enigma and stick together. So that swap might be really in handy in case they go for that Enigma early game.
10 seconds
Well, this is quite a smart draft because the supports have been already picked out by Team Nirvana. So the Rubik is, I don't think so, an essential ban right now. But still, if they want to opt for a safer ban, they might ban the Rubik. But it's going to be the Meepo. It's going to be the upper Meepo that's going to be banned out. And it's a Visage. Oh my god. Now, this is again a push strat coming out.
Traditional Aggressive 5. Nothing new. I think our audience has already witnessed what is truly called 5-man Rat Dodo.
Dire team
it was not even Rat Dodo. It was in your face. We're coming for you and we're
10
going.
10 seconds remaining.
And those familiars are not going to be anything
remaining.
good for Team Nirvana. So the final pick is all what sets the strategy right now. They are looking for a hard carry here. Something to set up their very potent rotations draft, I would say. Ember Spirit,
now select
that
your
is
heroes.
a bit volatile. Wouldn't you agree?
Can be. It's like a... It can go their way, it might not. But the only relying factor in this draft for Team Nirvana is the mid domination by Kaneki, which can be taken care of by paddling. I mean, Phantom Lancer can counter that Viper quite easily if provided some protection. And, you know, some kind of rotations coming in from Aggressive 5 in the early game can shut down that Viper pretty badly.
Even, would you be inclined to agree to that, even if Viper has his second skill, which has been changed now to be an area of effect spell? Because that could be a bit of a trouble for paddling, I feel.
Well, again, the last game's build that was opted for by paddling will be opted for by Kaneki is what I'm guessing. The PD into the Aquila, into the Lance, into the Pipe. Because there's so much of AoE damage. And plus, there's Visage. And Pasol is going to be playing the Vengeful Spirit, and Deliverance is going to be on the Visage. So it's going to be a core Visage. So your troubles are just not going to end soon.
I'll be introducing Nirvana to you, it seems. So there's Kaneki on the Viper. We have Rival playing the Clockwork, who has a lot to do. Even his Sand King game was quite amazing, I would say. He did his best.
Yeah, he hit his 2-man stuns, 3-man stuns, quite on point, quite a number of times, to be quite honest.
Quite spectacular and the most contributing gameplay, I would say.
Quite a lot of quites there.
We are going with the Opa on the Witch Doctor, and we have Halnaev on the Doom, and Saurabh is playing the carry Ember Spirit. So I think Nirvana's best bet would be to take out the Enigma first before initiating any kinds of fights, and then follow through with, you know, instant pickoffs. They can use the Ember Spirit to their aid.
True. I mean, they do not have quite a lot of potential to, you know, like stop the Black Hole. If at all he catches the right heroes. I mean, it's a Witch Doctor range stun that is going to stop it. Or else a Clockwork hook shot. So I think so this game is really going to be really heavily reliant on the Viper. How he does in the mid and early game. And we're just checking out the early items being opted for by Aggressive 5 and Nirvana. And yet again, the traditional shout out to Arrow comes out from Team Aggressive 5.
That goes without saying. Anyways, let's look at the potential ganking possibility for Aggressive 5 because they want to live true to their name. So we'll have heavy rotations, and by heavy I mean really heavy. Vengeful will be completely on her front foot. Paired up with that Sand King, they will be rather unstoppable if you go directly for that Ember Spirit, because before his ultimate he's quite squishy and easy to take out. Won't you agree?
I do agree with you, but like I said, Rival was pretty effective on the Sand King, which needs an initiating item like a Blink Dagger. right now, a Clockwork does not need that. He just needs his levels to go up. And Kaneki is just making the courier follow him. And okay, so they're just going to opt for a smoke, I believe.
Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, live from Phoenix Market City, Bengaluru. Zack7 and Heaton in the commentary box for you guys. Here we go.
And they're just going to lurk around the jungle for a while. And they're just going to find the enemy Visage. And Visage is just going to spot them out, I believe. In the meanwhile, they're just approaching towards the top jungle themselves.
So it's 4 versus 1 on both sides, and Deliverance is going to get caught out. The battery assault keeping him slowed, but they are not going to actually go for that kill there.
A quite nice pickup by Deliverance. Oh, but no, he was trying to be too cheeky here. And Kaneki has caught him out with the first kill of him, but he's just going to make his way out.
It's almost that Nirvana turns 2 instantly. All 3 of them are quite in sync, I would say.
It's not about being in sync, it's just that it's a do-or-die game for Team Nirvana right now.
Begins.
And if they don't win, it's like curtains for them and A5 are your tournament. A5 have been completely dominant on LAN in the recent tournaments. So that's quite a lot to say, and Kaneki has a lot to do at mid against the Phantom Lancer. Well, like I said, we are going to see a lot of rotations coming in from the Witch Doctor and the Clockwork. Like I said, the Clockwork is lurking already near the first tier 1.
And Paddling is going to be pressured quite a bit because he's a melee hero against a ranged hero. They're going to take complete advantage of that. And Clockwork, meanwhile, sneaking up behind him. There's Vengeful Pinkman and Patrol going directly for that Kaneki first blood. Easy lasted by Paddling on the Viper over there. And Rival unable to do anything to stop the onslaught just even before the 1 minute mark.
You know, it just seemed like Aggressive 5, you know, they read out the play that was going to be made by Nirvana. With the Clockwork missing completely from the map, they expected him to come right back out from their own tower. And that is why they just had the expectations for that gang. And they made their way around the Viper itself. And that is how the Viper completely got shut down, and that was an easy kill happening.
Meanwhile, as we speak, Pinkman is going to hit on Kalnayak over here, and Pasol going to follow up with that stun as it's an easy pick up as Deliverance takes the final hit, and down goes Kalnayak. So he's been having a pretty rough day even on the Ubel over there, I would say.
So that was your word, I call him the Underlord, and he's having a bad day yet indeed. And Paddling is just carrying out his farm. He's going to head towards his Aquila and a bottle. Meanwhile, Rival and Pinkman just trading some blows. This is not going to harm either of them. So Deliverance just continues to farm on in his lane, and Viper has not yet been that impactful. It's just 2 minutes into the game, but he needs to be harassing his opponent right now, but not that effective right now. So Yoshi on level 2, and Honda is just farming up with his Eidolons, and Appa is having a tough time.
I'll take that.
He's just trying to harass them out.
And there you go, there's a searing chains on Haunter. Got a bit cheeky there, Appa, but retreated quickly. That was nothing, not worth contesting. Minor lag issues we are facing, probably going to be fixed soon.
Yes, there, and yet again, Nirvana this time around are trying for some vision, but there's a lag here.
So that gives us an opportunity. Okay, they're going to G with it. Okay, there you go. We go live once again, so that issue sorted.
So back into the game, Viper just doing his bit, spitting on his opponent as usual, and leaving that aside. There's going to be action soon at the bottom lane, and Kaneki in the meanwhile has taken quite a lot of hits, and Haunter just farming around at the top lane. In the meanwhile, Kaneki has just consumed his salve, paddling it again, trying to harass down that Viper with his Phantom Lance.
That corrosive skin might really come in handy for Kaneki to, you know, shut down those constant nuke spams coming in from paddling.
I don't really think so. I beg to differ because again, the dude getting caught out, and he's going to take a lot of damage, and he's going to go down. I think so. The Clockwork is going to take down. He's going to be taken down as well, but no, he gets in and he goes there very safe.
Aggressive 5 really committing and taking out those picks quite effectively. So as I said, Vengeful Spirit completely on her front foot, making the best of her hero.
He's having a good day in the office, but right now he's going to get caught out. No, he isn't. Bad luck there.
The steering chain is not really connected. It's all.
But Appa is just going to be committing for it, and he might die. He might die for this.
One more instant
Oh,
of
that's
Maledict
a
and
good
he-
play there being made by the Amber Spirit.
So he just wanted that Maledict to take as much damage as possible, so he kept on hitting him with the Flame Guard. And another bit of a lag issue that we are facing here. Nothing major.
Well, then Rival just gonna pick up that bounty rune, and he's just gonna head to mid. Well, in the meanwhile, the game is paused yet again. I believe there's a lag issue being faced constantly on the main stage. Okay, they're settled.
Paddling has secured a double damage rune and he's popped it up as well.
Now this is gonna be a troublesome mid for Viper yet again. A double damage rune with the Spirit Lance, sorry.
And he's actually gonna go bot this time, so Paddling is actually... No, he's there you go, there's Khalnayak. He's trying to do impact with, again, Pinkman with that 2-man stuns. Vengeful Spirit finding himself in trouble, but Deliverance there to rescue the day, and
he just cannot overcome it there. He just cannot overcome it because the whistle slow is just going to eat him raw. And in the meanwhile, Kaneki just trying to pressure Paddling, but Paddling in return has just got him down.
once again Haunter finds himself in trouble as the searing chains do connect this time. The Maledict is up, and there you go, there's a Fairy Fire pop. Will that be enough? I guess so. Haunter will live to tell the tale. Final proc of Maledict going there without any harm.
And
Oh my god! That was just something that was not bound to happen, as Opa caught Haunter off guard as he popped that soul ring just in time for the stun to land
are
on
you
it.
looking at Visage? Are you looking at Deliverance? He's just quietly farming out his items. Yet again, Rival is going to get caught out. Knight in the meanwhile just trying to save his teammate, and Rival just popped out his magic wand. He's going to save, I believe. And he's going to live another day. And in the meanwhile, Deliverance down. But the stun coming out, Deliverance auto-attacking Khalnayak. Khalnayak in danger. He's going to be fall. Okay,
Oh my
he salves
God,
up. Nice
beautiful
play
stun.
there. Nice play. Well played there, Khalnayak. In the meanwhile, action continues. Kaneki on level 5 with Paddling at level 5 as well. Like I said, during the draft phase itself, the Phantom Lancer is an equivalent pickup to the Viper, because in the early games, the Spirit Lance is quite a heavy damage dealer for a Viper, and that's proving to be the case here.
I think they need a very good mid-game to get a grip on this game. But at this point, I think both of the teams are faring pretty well. But if it comes to the, on terms of farm, there you go. There's some hits being created between Pinkman and Opa. None of them have backup, so Opa's going to teleport out
So
safely.
that's a smart move coming out of Opa. And yet again, Khalnayak getting caught out. The stun coming out. He's popped up his Scorched Earth, and he's going to return safely. And in the meanwhile, the Ember Spirit getting caught, and the Black Hole being committed.
So with that, I think Appa is going to fall easy prey. So not Khalnayak, but Appa goes down this time. And Rival actually going aggressive with that battery assault, just securing some farm for Khalnayak, I would say.
And I look at mid and I see a very sorry sight for Kaneki. This is not the way the Viper wanted his lane to go. He's
Dire's
just
top
ordering
tower
salves
is under
all the
attack.
time from the courier.
They need to secure their mid game. So I think that Nirvana, even not at par with aggressive 5 at the moment,
Dire's
but
top
they
tower
could get a
is under
decent mid
attack.
game if they play their cards right.
If at all you see and look at the laning right now, Rival is at level 4 and Doom is at level 4 with Deliverance at
Dire's
5.
middle tower is
And
under attack.
I think so.
Dire's
Opa has so
structures
far
are
been
fortified.
a good rotation. But he's going to get caught, and it's going to be an ugly fight here. And Clockwork gets the last hit, and he's going to be denied by the neutral.
Meanwhile, Deliverance is going to fall there. So that was a very, very good trade for Nirvana, I would say. They finally managed to shut down that Visage in the bottom lane.
Meanwhile, the harassment continues at mid. Like they say, when you play certain heroes, like Paddling is Viper. Meanwhile, I just continue with that later on. Haunter is going to be taken down, but no, he survives. And like I said, Paddling is known for his Viper pick. So he knows the pros and cons of that hero. He knows that a hero like that can be taken down by the Phantom Lancer. And he's doing that right now. And being very effective with Kaneki, who should have, thought it out.
Dire's
and,
middle tower is under
just
attack.
had some mid rotations coming his way.
Exactly, more than anything,
Radiant's
I think
top
Viper.
tower
Oh,
is
there's
under
some
attack.
action that's about to go down. There you go, Rival with that action. Getting nicked down by Paddling. There's Fox that's coming down, but Paddling is going to take that kill with the double damage popped up, and now Kaneki's on the radar. There's another spirit line. That's going to get him dangerously low. Double kill for Paddling. They want more. They're hungry for blood, and they go finally to take down Khalnayak. Another spirit land, and Visage finishes up with that nuke over there. That's 3-0. I guess they got that Sand King over there. They got Pinkman, so that is a 3-1 trade. I would
Yet
say.
again, I would say there was some decisive play by Rival, but it didn't go their way. I mean, Rival could have set that up beautifully if at all he positioned it Cox, in the right place. But then he didn't do that. And Paddling had his double damage rune up. So he could have just blocked out the Phantom Lancer and could have just saved them from that fight. In the meanwhile, Appa is just going to charge out on Enigma. I believe.
There's a rotation from Pinkman, and they could actually turn this fight up. There's the teleport coming in from Haunter. There's nothing they can do to stop that. Haunter's home safe, and Pinkman is going to retreat as well. So rotation.
Shall I say it? In your face.
I'm inclined to agree. But I think that's very smart play coming in from Pinkman. He's always there to save the day. So Haunter can get away. Go for that frost blink probably.
And okay, they're going to be opting for a smoke. Meanwhile, Deliverance is going to be down and overcoming it here. If they go into the tower, it's going to be another fight yet again. Deliverance just trying to lure them in, and they're not going to be going in. That's a smart move there. In the meanwhile, Pinkman and Pasol are lurking around in the top bushes, and this is going to be a setup for the black hole. But obviously going to be set up, but I don't think he's going to be coming in. Looking at the Viper, he's now going to be coming in. Yes, he does.
That's a black hole, and Kaneki is caught. Haunter is going to fall for the return kill of a Kaneki over there of a Viper. With that, the timing is going to fog up, and Pinkman is going to take a second cover. There's the ultimate from the Witch Doctor. He's going to catch only one, unfortunately.
Well, fair trade, to be honest there. Nice cogs there being set up by the Clockwork and setting it up for the Death Wall. And in the meanwhile, Khalnayak is just spotting, paddling out.
Dire's
you better
middle
not touch him, bro.
is under attack.
You better not touch him. Oh my god. He's going to go with it. I think so he can man fight him. But he's not going to opt for it. He's just going to run, and he's going to run towards his
Dire's
shrine.
middle tower is under attack.
And in the meanwhile, this is going to be a bad scenario for Khalnayak. He's looking to turn it around, and he's going to go, and he's trying, and Paddling lives to fight another day, and he's going to be taking him down. Will he? Yes, he does. And Paddling in return has been taken down as well. And in the meanwhile, Emerson is turning into the fight. He's trying to catch out the Quenching Spirit, and Sanding trying to stop him. And Deliverance has taken down the
Dire's
Clockwork.
top tower
Deliverance
is under
fighting his own
attack.
fight here, and Pinkman, he's going to be the one who. Haunter having the best field day out there. He's just taking down towers and putting out
Dire's
black
top
holes.
tower
So
has
there's that.
fallen.
Appa did a pretty good
Dire's
rotation, I
bottom
would say.
tower
He
is under
just spotted
attack.
out the need as Khalnayak had exhausted the abilities of all three heroes, trying to desperately save the Phantom Lancer over there. So he came in and capitalized, and he got off some beautiful kills out there.
And I see a very poor Viper this game, and this is disheartening to see. I mean, Viper should be spitting into people's faces and just telling them, just get lost. And just don't stay in my lane. But
Dire's
that's
top
been the
tower
case,
is under
it's
attack.
been the opposite, complete opposite happening right now. And we've seen some on-point rotations coming out from Opa. In the meanwhile, Kaneki is just trying to hang around the bottom lane. And Deliverance just continues to farm on. And Paddling has completed his boots of travel. And in the meanwhile, Appa catching out. And he's going to be dead, I believe.
The Maledict is going to do the job, and Appa is just securing as many swords.
He's just going to try for the last one.
He gets that with the searing thing.
And in the meanwhile, there's a fight at bottom, and Viper's taking the difficult situations, and Pinkman is going to be taken down again, but with a nice interface. And trying to turn the fight around here, aggressive fight, Paddling rushing into their territory, and Rival being chased down. Nice caught there, but he's going to be taken down there.
So I guess Khalnayak, he's trying to escape, but Paddling with that arcane move, very low cooldown on the Spirit Lancer. He's going to get secure a double kill, and now he's coming for more blood. He's going to go on Opa as well. Opa used the stun already, very paper. Follow through with another Spirit Lance, and there you go. That's a triple kill for Paddling to have his boots of travel.
Some pretty good judgment and some pretty good conviction there from Paddling there. Well played. And in the meanwhile, Sand King is quite far from his Blink Dagger,
Dire's
but he's
bottom
made
tower
the
is under attack.
and Kaneki just completed his power threads with 12 wand charge, and Clockwork is now level 6, so we can expect a gank soon, and his ult is off CD. So
Boom! There it
going
goes.
So before any other fight picks off, Heaton's signature statements for today would be number 1, Viper spitting on people's faces.
Correct.
And number 2, that's it.
No, there was one more.
Viper spitting
Dire's
on people's
bottom
faces.
tower
Yes.
is under attack.
So getting on with the game, Nirvana now, they've smoked up, and now they're going to be heading into the Radiant jungle here. They ought to find Deliverance, trying to farm the neutral creeps. And Rival Smoke is just going to be popped. And,
These are familiar.
that was a nice cheeky play there by Deliverance. He thought and sensed that something was fishy. Everyone off the map.
Radiant are
Familiars
scanning.
flash farming. Gaben, please nerf.
Okay. We have Midas being opted for by Deliverance, and some coming out, and Rival has caught out Deliverance, and he's inside the call. Meanwhile, Monter has committed the black hole, and he's just going to be obliterated. And in the meanwhile, Deliverance, okay, yet again a pause.
FPS lag issues. I think it was a bit of an overkill. The epicenter and the black hole just committed for that Ember Spirit. That was a much needed kill, I would say, but the epicenter just kept on ticking long after Ember Spirit was dead. Meanwhile, we resume this fight as Rival finds himself in enemy territories. Viper is not spitting on enemy spaces anymore. He's just farming his lane.
And now we are going to have a helpless Witchwalker.
Dire's top tower
And
is under
now this is going to
attack.
be an easy tower taken for aggressive 5, and Kaneki is just going to watch his tower being taken down. And in the meanwhile, Deliverance is just going to farm out his lane, and he's just going to keep on pushing bottom. And Rival is just going to helplessly. Okay, he's going to be having some backup, and top tier 2 has
Dire's
fallen,
top tower
and Paddling
has
is
fallen.
looking heavy. He is looking packed. He is farmed, and he is farmed as hell.
Same cannot be said about the Viper or the Doom, I'm afraid. And at this point, they need a miracle once again to save the game for them, because they are not looking good on terms of items or experience. And Ember Spirit, I could say he has decent amount of items compared to
He
his
does
team.
have decent amount of items, but then the Phase and Aquila speaks for itself. I would rather have the BOD Whale build, but people have different choices, and looking at the amount of magic damage that his team has, he could have opted for it, but he's making his choices, and we have the Diffusal being picked
Dire's
up on
bottom
the Phantom
tower is
Lancer,
under attack.
and in the meanwhile, the bottom lane being pushed. And I
Dire's
believe
bottom
Hunter
tower has
is
fallen.
going to be having his Blink Dagger soon. He has opted
Dire's
for a mechanism.
bottom tower is under attack.
While Paso is just going to be sitting pretty at level 7. And
That arcane boots, if I might add, with those arcane
yeah, but then he's not opting for the Vengeance.
Dire's
In the meanwhile,
bottom tower
Patrick
is under
has
attack.
charged himself onto Appa, and he's trying to take him down. I believe this is going to be another pause.
boots. No, Paddling is going to escape, so there's going to be no problem. They're going to continue with the farm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I think we see some action in the top lane.
What do you do about this? What's your take on this, Zach? Because you have Familiars, you have Amazons, and what do you do about them? I mean, you just cannot stop the push, and you have a Phantom Lancer, which has a bit of travel, and he's just going to be keeping on pressuring all the other lanes in the opposite direction, right?
You mean doing what Aggressive 5 does best, that is pushing and pushing and pushing.
Right, but then they're playing heroes which no one expects them to play. I mean, a Phantom Lancer picked out, trying to counter the Viper, and they've been very successful at it. And now Paddling is just toying with them. He's just trying to be cheeky here. And the stun being committed, and now this is going to be a dead WD. If he tries to overcome it, it's going to be a kill on to the Phantom Lancer, and that's a bad decision being made by Phantom. And Pigman backing out, a wise decision being made by him. And Kaneki, in the meanwhile, is trying to go for a Maelstrom.
The overconfidence was punished, I would say. Because
take
he did
your
not
cue.
expect that coconut to bounce back twice on him. And
Dire's
that is
middle
what
tower
exactly
is under
happened.
attack.
So Pinkman is now close to his dagger pickup, and meanwhile Rival is just trying to spot out and push out the lanes. And this is going to be a smoke call, I believe, for Team Aggressive 5. Yes, they've grouped up and they're smoked. And the black hole is online. So
Haunter is looking for opportunities to exploit his ultimate. And blood is what Aggressive 5 are going for. They've had enough towers, they want fights right now, and fights they're going to have. We have Pinkman who's going to lag out, and there is got Kaneki over there. He's going to probably there. Look at that Fan coming in. Phantom Lancer teleporting on the creep. Meanwhile, Rival is cocked up, Vengeful over there for Soul, but Deliverance is going to get swapped in, and Rival is going to receive the full blast of a charged up, what do you say? Soul Assumption that's going to come up in 4 seconds, and he's going to die. So Rival is the most tense person, I would say, right now.
I would rather say that he's the And in the meanwhile, now this is the big fish here.
Oh,
and
he missed the black hole. He misses the black
That's
hole.
a nice escape.
He misses the black hole completely. Nirvana manages to escape that. Ember Spirit still holding on to dear life. He's going to retreat. No black hole in the game. What do you think? Is this the right moment for Nirvana to make a move?
I would rather not say that, because looking at the itemization and the farm that Nirvana has, I don't think so they are going to conduct the fight.
Shaved in searing heat.
Another boss coming up. Lots of lag issues being faced by the players.
Well, we need to get this sorted and we'll be back soon.
So we have a Solar Crest on the Visage. He has a Hands of Midas as well. That's going to guarantee him lots of fast right-click attacks. That's also going to aid a lot for the Phantom Lancer to actually mow down heroes. The Solar Crest debuff. Appa, on the other hand, I say he should have taken that bet and gone for Veil and BOT build. He's going for a Maelstrom though. That is a traditional pickup against a Phantom Lancer. Quickly takes care of the illusions.
But you cannot expect the Ember Spirit to be farming against the Enigma in lane, because the Eidolons are just going to be popping lane guard pretty easily. And in the meanwhile, Pinkman is just trying to escape out, and Appa is just going to try and catch him out.
3 seconds for that Remnant to come up, but he knows better than chasing Pinkman into his own territory, so he's going to back off.
Well, in the meanwhile, some superior vision trying to be opted for by Team Aggressive 5. You see that little jungle ward being placed out, giving them vision about what is happening there. And the poor Witch Doctor is trying to de-ward stuff, and he's found that ward. Well, in the meanwhile, things are going to go pretty smoothly now, I believe.
Players here!
And Viper is finally getting some farm.
So he's going for that Mjolnir, I think the Ember Spirit. As for Kaneki, if you would ask me, he is going to farm that Maelstrom. So both of those heroes are going for a DPS as well as an AoE effect item that would shut down the Phantom Lancer quite effectively.
The thing about Aggressive 5 is, the more you build
Comforting rule
Maelstrom and
of
Mjolnir,
regeneration.
whatever you want. But then at the end of the day, they are going to be having magical spells, okay? And they cannot dodge the epicenter, the black hole, and phantom lenses, skills, the stuns, the visage hitting them. You know, even if you do whatever you want, you need a BKB at the end of the day. And I don't think so a Viper is in a condition to, you know, even purchase a BKB right now.
I'm inclined to agree. Meanwhile, there's lots of teleportations coming in on tier 1 from Aggressive 5. They have realized what Nirvana is trying to pull. They were going for Deliverance, but they hastily retreated looking at the number of TPs that have come in. Also, what I found interesting is that both Sand King and Enigma have ultimates that require channeling. So if we have a beautiful hookshot coming in from Rival, he could actually shut down at least one of them.
Probably can happen, but I don't. Looking at the scenario of the game, it needs to be on point and on mark. So you need to stop a black hole and an epicenter with one hook shot. So that's highly improbable.
So I would say the best bet for them would be Rival going directly for the Sand King, while Opa stays on the lookout for a black hole on the Ember Spirit so that he can throw his coconut out.
In the meanwhile, Haunter is out jungle. And in the meanwhile, Kaneki just continues to farm on in his jungle as well. And there you see the Enigma is now having a dagger, a mechanism, and all of his stuff completed. Now he's going to be opting for the BKB. And if the smoke is not off CD, yes, it. Now it is going to be a smoke gank, and they have Black Hole online, they have Epicenter online, and Pinkman has a dagger. this is going to be an ugly fight if at all they get caught.
And Khalayak, poor Glad is going to be on the receiving end of it all. And I'm just going to leave it there and say that a change of stance is going to take him out.
And yet again, we faced a little lag. And in the meanwhile, Nirvana is just going to head back into their base, knowing that the push is going to be coming in from Team Aggressive 5.
Another pause coming in, and Appa is going to applaud the effort of Aggressive 5 and just say well played over there. They go with that unpause out there, and Aggressive 5 hastily going for that tier 3 up and bottom lane.
And I think they're coming out from meanwhile, task even out, but I think that it's going to be a
There you go with that. I think 2 heroes taking over the game. There's a beautiful black hole coming in as Haunter takes 2 of them, chained into that epicenter, and that stun, that's going to completely wipe out Team Nirvana. And Doom, Khalayak has just entered the game, so that was technically a team wipe with Khalayak is restarted.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And the way things came set up for the black hole into the
Dire's
they
bottom
literally waited the
barracks
Clockwork
has
to come
fallen.
out and let Enigma have a better
Dire's
opportunity
bottom barracks
of having the
has
black hole,
fallen.
getting 2 men in. That was about it. And this is going to be
Dire's
in a
middle
black
tower
with
is under
some
attack.
scenario. I don't think so. Nirvana is now going to be able to forge a comeback
Dire's
because
middle tower
they
has
have
fallen.
a 19,000
Dire's middle
net
barracks
worth.
are under attack.
Even bigger than what we had last game. So with that, I think both
Dire's
sets of
middle
blacks are gone,
barracks is
and they will be opting for the third. I think
Dire's middle
since
barracks
this
are
will
under
be
attack.
the final match for Nirvana, they would rather opt for the Ancient to fall, because that would
I
be
would
the
rather
best
not
bet.
say that, but it's been a tough match for them. It's been a tough final for them. I
I'll
would
take your
rather
tribute.
commend their journey on this tournament, and they've been playing
Dire's
some good
top
dotes,
shrine is under
and
attack.
it's been a bad day for them today. So in the meanwhile, let's not count them out of the game. But Aggressive 5 is just continuing to punish them, and now the shrines are being taken out, and Paddling continues to just bulldoze over them. And assets are being
Dire's top
completed, and
shrine
Khalayak has
is
just caught out the Santi in the meanwhile. Kaneki is just going to try and right click onto the Santi, and this is going to be a dead Santi. In the meanwhile, Paddling is just going to try and take down the Doombringer. And this is going to be a dead wipe for them. And double damage for Rizal. He's going to be taking down this, but in the end he's going to be dead. The last hurrah coming out from Team Nirvana is what I believe. They're not giving up, but the game is kind of just over.
Khalayak had a pretty good initiation on Penguin, but I would say they and there you go, for Soul actually getting wind of Khalayak, who's dropping dangerously low at this moment, and he's going to chase him with some bit of a lag. Does he have swap up or does he have stun up? Not
Dire's
really.
top
Khalayak is
tower
going to
is
escape.
under attack.
So Rival spamming out his chat wheel. Quite interesting.
And in the meanwhile now Paddling is starting out, and he's trying to take down the Ember Spirit, and the Ember Spirit is trying to go back.
Dire's top
Make a
tower
way back
is
to
fallen.
base, and Khalayak is
Dire's
trying
top
to doom
barracks are
someone,
under
but his
attack.
doom is on cooldown.
He's just trying to scout them out, I guess. And Paddling Haunter synchronizing their teleports. They're just going out. At this moment, I would say they can easily take down those third set of racks as well. Don't you agree?
They could, but they would rather play it safe.
There you go. He's got Paddling out actually. Beautiful stun from Khalayak.
Bad decision, bro. Bad
He
decision.
doesn't have any backup to actually help him with that kill. So Paddling is going to punish him.
And in the meanwhile, Oswald now playing around with Khalayak, and he's just going to be on auto-shooting, and he's going to die again.
Dire's
He's
middle
going to escape.
barracks are
The
under
mid-racks have been
attack.
taken down
Dire's middle
by the
barracks
fleet.
has fallen.
And Kaneki now trying to chase, but Aggressive are just toying around right now with their opponents. They're just lurking at low HPs, and they do not want to give the kills to the Ember Spirit. Trying to catch one, but that was a misplay there. And the Clockwork in return just getting literally blown apart. And a two-man infill coming out, and three people get destroyed, but the command ult comes out and trying to take down Pastor, and Pastor is dead. In the meanwhile, Paddling and fighting against everyone, practically everyone there.
But that's what he's not going to do. He's going to go against the illusions that Paddling has gone out. Rival Redbull falling dangerously low here.
This is going to be a dead.
That's a triple kill for the Finals of DOTA2. They have gone. It's a 3-for-1 trade, not a very good trade, I would say. And this kind of pretty much sums it up for Team Nirvana, I would say.
Yeah, the last range of... No, sorry. The last set of racks is left. And Paddling is just going to march towards the racks. And he's going to use Doppelganger. And it's going to be an easy rack here.
26 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mega Creep to the side of Aggressive 5. So the next spawn would be a Mega Creep spawn. And Nirvana not really wanting to give up. They're going to fight till the end over here. Deliverance has become quite strong. Let's look at his items.
And there you have it. He has a Scepter. He has a Hood of Defiance. Midas. Good gracious. Goodness gracious.
Chat coming in.
And the GG call finally coming out.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have your winners of the grand finale of Conquerors Insignia. It's Aggressive 5. They defeated Nirvana in a crushing victory of 2-0. Aggressive 5, ladies and gentlemen.
And hats off to Team Nirvana for putting up a fight. But at the end of the day, Aggressive 5 being the superior team, hats off to them.
This is Zach7 and Heaton signing off.
Adios, mates.
Champions are not born, they are made. Forged with the will of iron, sheer determination, and with never give up attitude. 2,000 brave warriors started this journey, and only 8 teams made it to the playoffs. What we have now amongst us are difference makers. 2 teams ready to go round by round, trying to their level best to take home the lion's share. Who do you think will take home this trophy? Who do you think will write history tonight? Who do you think will bite the dust? Who? Just who?
Alright, loading back into the server here. We see Eternal Esports on map number 1 of the grand finals here, leading 3-0. Brutality. They did have the saved AK on Rix, and that's pretty much going to be the only weaponry that they will have to work with here in round 4.
Which is not a bad which is a bad sign for Team Brutality, because they only have one AK and CZ uses 3 P250s with 1 smoke and 1 flash entirely, for the entire team here. When in Eternal Esports, they already built the economy, they're all set. All they need to do is they need to keep on demolishing Brutality's members so that they can go away and make their way to the very first map.
Yeah, it does look like Juventa is going to be running distraction here up at B Plateau, and hopefully Brutality will be looking to make their way slowly towards the A-bomb site, work those picks, and try and at least get a bomb plant down. They're going to lead things off with Rex here, who is the lone AK wielder in this round for the T's. Moving through long, there will be Hunter repositioning himself up here in the bomb site. There's A-Star waiting as well, and we know what A-Star is capable of.
Absolutely right, and now we get to see even that taking the entry pick by taking down Excalibur. Now it is 5v4 situation still. Oh my god, Acer taking down Rex, the main man who had an AK. Now it's the AK is on Venom's hand, and we get to see the 4v4 situation, and was with a nice tap to Ruby, and it's now the turn of event that taking down Ace, making the man advantage even worse, and Venom will be taking on Hunter by Wallbang, and what we see here on the screen, Acer with the double kill.
Oh. A-Star gets a double kill here. 1v2. He's got a lot, not much of health to work with, and Juventa cleans up the round. Brutality get themselves onto the scorecard. 3-1. They pretty much just had 1 AK to work with, but that's all that took for Brutality to take the round.
Absolutely right. So 1 AK was enough because it was being transferred from one member to another. Like one member, he killed one, he got dead, and another member, like it was first in the hand of Riggs, and when he got dead, Venom picked it up and he did his work.
Yep, and now Eternal Esports, they do have enough money to go for the buy here. It's not going to be a pretty one. They're going to have to make do with a UMP on Ruby, but Hunter, he will not be denied the AWP yet again. Is going to reposition back towards long. The flashbang coming in nice and early into the round. There's no one pushing long just yet. Just enough to scare Hunter back towards the A bomb site, but looks like Brutality might eventually be setting up for that B hit, where we do have Ace as well as Excalibur holding up Plateau.
Alright, so in Bushin, we get to see Ace picking down the Rex, who was there on the B-long part. And now it's a 4v5 situation when we have 4 AKs for Team Brutality with a couple of resources. And if we talk about Team Eternal Esports, we get to see Hunter with an AWP. And the flashbang being thrown on the B-long, that means the rotation will be happening because the backups has been called in the meantime. We see Excalibur spotting down the enemies. Molly's been thrown on him, and he's been burned out alive with Venom and Juventa. In the meantime, Ace taking down Venom, and Ruby will be taking down Pexer, making it even harder for Brutality to take to get the round out of the Eternal Esports. In the meantime, Juventa taking down Ace, making 1v3. Still, you need to find 3 people ahead from Eternal Esports to win the round. Let's see what's going to happen. So Ruby will be coming all the way from the drop and denying Juventa to do that. What do you have to say about this round?
Well, Brutality, they do try to force their way through Plateau there, but Excalibur didn't get any frags, but he got all the info that Eternal needed there to get those frags in, and Looks like they're going to immediately reset Brutality here. We're going to be back onto just pistols. 4-1. Hot start for Eternal Esports here in the Grand Finals.
I totally do agree with you, though Excalibur did not get any pick. However, he was able to shut the rush until the back arrived. That is the main thing he's supposed to do, right?
And Hunter goes for that early flick. Unable to land it though. Falls back, but Excali back onto plateau duties here. Is going to find Uenta. And that's the opening frag going to the CTs here. Immediately going to resmoke that back up. And Brutality looks like they're going to slowly start working mid. They're just going to go charging out into the open where we do have A-Star waiting for this exact same push. He spots one player out. Ribby does get one pick. A-Star goes down. Ribby finds the second. But Ace will be on the rotate as Venom finds two huge frags there to Ui2. Excali only 3 points of health. Ace spots one T out, and both of them reluctant to take the fight, but gets caught jumping in mid, and that's going to leave Venom all alone. One Ui2. He does not have control of the C4. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. All the way back. He does spot a head out, but Excali, instant decapitation there. Eternal Esports 5-1.
Excali God is indeed showing why we call him a god, right? He is solely handling the B long, so he's denying the rush. And when it's needed, the backup, I mean, when he was supposed to rotate and give backup to teammate at the A side, he's doing that on point of time, exact point of time. So this is how it was like 3v2 situation where three members of the Brutality were alive. When in Eternal Esports, only 2 members alive and 1 had 3 HP, but that did not matter to them, and they were able to clutch it out.
Yep, and Brutality here, they're going to go for the buy, and it's not going to be pretty when look at that early damage coming in from Eternal Esports. Brutality, they're bleeding internally. Excali God finds the opening frag out from Statue, but he's going to see Ribby Z drop down. That's going to leave him all alone, but Ace as well as... Oh, that's in fact Excali and Ace there. Tag teaming up in the B bomb side. They shut the push down. Uenta goes down and drop, and that is the cleanup crew arriving from Eternal Esports. 6-1 Brutality. They have to switch things up here, Alok.
Oh boy, we get to see Brutality is struggling to get those early rounds here, because no matter wherever they're trying to go, let it be A or B or mid area, everywhere they've been denied. Like, they cannot enter the area, they cannot enter the B long because Excali is there. They're going to go drop as well because Ribby is holding the drop area as well. So they're finding difficulty to get the first entry pick so that they can go ahead and capture the area, which they really need right now, because they are all, again, they've been forced by Eternal Esports to go for a force buy here. So what we get to see here in the meantime, 1 CZ and 4 50s for Team Brutality.
Yep, they're going to make their way towards long by the looks of things. There's A-Star holding up mid, Hunter playing in from truck. He's going to have a swarm of T's heading his way pretty soon. But they're ready for this Eternal Esports. They have, in fact, even put Ribby Z on site. Rix does manage to drop Hunter though, but he's not going to be aware of the second player there. Ribby goes big, gets to A-Star, finds one. Uenta does find Excali, but he's going to be left all alone with only 11 points of health in the B-bomb side. Bombs dropped in A, and Brutality don't look like they're going to be walking away with this round. Uenta does recover an M4, and he's probably going to be looking to save this weapon, but with 11 points of health, it looks highly unlikely.
It is like high time for Team Brutality. I think they need to take a pause and they need to reconsider what exactly going wrong and what they need to be doing in order to get things fixed out here. Because no matter what exactly they are doing, they are not able to get Eternal Esports onto their knees. And Eternal Esports, on the other hand, building up the economy, even if they lose like 1 to 2 rounds, I don't think it'll be affecting them that much.
Yep, Uenta here, no armor. 15 seconds remaining. He's got a lot of time that he got to kill to be able to save this weapon. We do see A-Star slowly creeping up. Doesn't expect Uenta in the corner there. And Uenta, looks like the chase is going to be done for, and he will be able to save this M4.
Had he shown a little bit more patience and looking the angle properly, then Uenta would have been dead by now. So Uenta was lucky that he wasn't able to find any, because he wasn't expecting him simply at the point of time, at that position. So in this way, we get to see even the stealing the gun and it was able to save it, store it for the next round. And what we get to see is a full buy coming out from Brutality after so many rounds, where we can get 4 AKs and 1 M4 with full resources. So what do you think? How they will be using the resources to get those rounds here?
Look at this. Eternal, they go for the aggression. They decide to boost up into drop. And Pexar was ready for the challenge there. Gets the opening frag. Immediately the Molotov coming in. Counter smoke as well to prevent the T's from aggressing up towards drop. And immediately you see reinforcements coming in towards Plateau as well. Excali as well and A-Star are ready for the push. There is a Molotov to clear off stairs. Excali repositions himself towards Statue. And Brutality, they're going to immediately slow things down. They have a good part of a minute to work with.
So this is the game we're looking for, the Team Brutality. This is the aggression they need to show if they want to get out of the first map. Otherwise, it'll be only esports because they are already leading and they are doing everything they can to mentally break the confidence of Team Brutality out here.
A-Star hiding in the corner. Excali pretty much just running bait there. I'm pretty sure Brutality, if they don't check the corner, they're just going to get mowed down by A-Star. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He finds one, he finds the second. But the trades are coming in. Ace drops down to 20 points of health. Hunter on the rotate, 2v2. Ace bleeding internally, only 20 points of health. They do have the kit on Ace, so time is not going to be a problem. But they do not have any utility to go for the retake. They're just going to have to go for these dry peaks here. A look.
Definitely, in my opinion, they should go in and try because the economy in the bank is very, very good for Team Eternal Esports. So all they need to do is they shouldn't be allowing Team Brutality to take control of the map. However, in that act, Venom takes Ace's head out of his body. It's a 1v2 situation. Rix and Venom are there on the side. However, Eternal Hunter wasn't successful landing any shot to either of the player of Team Brutality. And this is how we get to see round number 2 has been added to Brutality scoreboard out here, Shade.
Yep, Brutality, they get their second round on the board, but money galore for Eternal Esports. They will be able to buy into this round. Hunter decides not to go for the AWP by the looks of things. Yep. In fact, they don't have really good funds to work with. They're going to have to make do with a UMP on Hunter and a Deagle on A-Star. So, despite getting a lot of rounds in the bag early into map number 1, the money's not going to be stable enough.
So, to be honest, I'm really confused what to say right now because I see that Eternal Esports, they had enough account, enough money in their bank. I don't know why they went for that sort of buy pattern. Nevertheless, we get to see Team Brutality with 5 AKs, no op as of now. And so Rix will also be playing with the AK with the resources. So what they're trying to do right now is they're focusing not only to get this rounds, but also to build the economy. So this is what, if they get mastered in the map, then it'll be difficult for Eternal Esports to come back because this is exactly what happened in the loser bracket finals against Temperex. We all have seen that, right? And
Ruby is just going to smoke off drop room there. Does have A-Star holding up mid with that Deagle as Brutality. They're going to eventually probably look to make their way through drop. Ribby is going to have to go big for Eternal Esports, else Brutality, they will have complete connector control.
Exactly, Brutality does have the control. However, Pexer jumping all the way from drop, taking down Ribby's head out of his body. It's Aster. He was not able to do much, and the information has been passed to Hunter. Is getting confused whether to pick A1 guy or to... Oh my god, in the meantime, he was able to catch Rix off guard, taking his life then there. However, Pexer will be there to trade, and Excali will be taken down here, and Pexer will do no mistake, take down Excali as well. It's all onto Ace. Ace has taken Woods. It's on 1v2, and the time is ticking out, and he sees both the players behind the truck. However, meantime, Pexer shows his skills, taking down Ace. Had it been a little bit more delay, then this round would have gone to Eternal Esports by default.
Oh my god, he drops the bomb carrier there. There was not time to kill. They did not have the time to plant, and all he had to do was to get back into safety. But Pexar there does find the frag that gives Brutality their third round, 7-3, and that is definitely going to put Eternal Esports on the eco here. Brutality slowly but surely making a comeback.
I totally agree with you, and I'll also like to mention here that it was totally bad decision because last man alive from Aiden Esports, he saw both the players of the Brutality behind the truck, and he knew that there was no time, right? Time was running out of the clock. So all he needed to do is, after getting one kill, it was 1v0 situation and 3 seconds left on the clock. So all he needed to do is he needed to come back and hide, right? This is the way you should win the round in those particular type of situations.
And Brutality, they're gonna go for early drop control here. They're not gonna spot anyone out here. Ace, the closest, playing up at window. They've completely abandoned the B bomb site. They gamble towards the A bomb site, and Rix does get the opening frag. Pexar is gonna walk into an empty B bomb site. The call is gonna come in to rotate the bomb, and that should be a nice, clean, easy round to Brutality.
So now Brutality is keeping up with the pace. When we get to see was wall banging the last man alive from the Eternal Sport, that would be Ace. So now we get to see round number 4 has been added to Team Brutality scoreboard. So what exactly they were doing is something we saw back in the afternoon. Like Brutality, they weren't be able to get those earlier rounds against Temperex, and we also how exactly they came back and won the match. This is why we get to see Brutality getting face-to-face with the grand final of Playtonia as Conquerors Insignia right here in the Bengaluru Whitefield Mall. Phoenix City White Mall. I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, we do have a tech pause being called in by Brutality. Hopefully we do have the issues sorted pretty soon. A big shout out to all the people who are tuning in this late into the night. It is the grand finals of Playtonia Insignia 2017 CSGO finals. Eternal Esports versus Brutality in a best of 3 map number 1 on Cobblestone. 7-4 is the score. Don't go anywhere. Do stay tuned. We will be back in a jiffy. We're back live into the game here. Round number 12. Eternal Esports leads 7-4. The buy comes in here for Eternal Esports, but they're going to be pretty low on utility. 5M4s, no AWP either. As Doocy was going in onto B-Long to get some early pressure in Alok.
So this might prove a very crucial round for both the teams, because both the teams are full. They have gone for the full buy with a couple of resources, and nice game strategy has been applied by Team Brutality. Like if you have noticed a shade previously, they used to push and they used to play aggressive in order to get this early rounds. But now, after getting 4 rounds back to back, all they decided not to push, but to play slowly and try to get this early pick so that they can go ahead and take control over the certain areas and call for the backups. And if they want, they can go ahead and plant a bomb, or they can rotate as per the situation here.
Looks like Brutality will be moving back towards the drop room. They do drop a Molotov down. They do have Ribizi playing in at drop room. He avoids the flashbang, but he's gonna walk straight into Pexar's crosshair. Gets one. Pexar gets a second. Ace goes down as well, and that's gonna be the B-bomb site completely open here for Brutality. A-Star though does find one frag, but it's still a 2-man advantage here for Brutality. The B-bomb site completely compromised, but look at this. They're gonna rotate the bomb back all the way to A, and this fake might end up being expensive. if A-Star could have gone big there, but Rix finds him in the corner, and Excali 1v4. Bomb goes down, and Brutality. Perfect call there.
Absolutely right. In the meantime, we see Rix has been eaten by Excali in the Along Wooden area, and 1v3 situation. Bomb is already down, and do I see a kit? No, I don't see a kit with Excali. So all you need to do is, it'll be a better decision if he would have come back and saved the gun and looked for the exit tracks. In the meantime, Pexer will deny that by taking his head out right there in the Along Wooden area. This is how we get to see round number 5 being added. 2 teams Brutality's core board. So if you see on the scoreboard right now, Shade, do you mark that last 4 rounds were in the name of Team Brutality? However, like first 2 rounds they played aggressively and they took control of the map by getting those early picks, entry picks I'm talking about, and the later 2 rounds they were like they were not even making any sounds of the B-long area. They were just calm and composed. In the meantime, they gathered and they dropped in the B-long area. They got killed, and suddenly they rotated unexpectedly and got Acer off guard.
That nade catches Ruby right in the face, down to 31 points of health. Drop room forced out there. They will be looking to force back towards connector. Ruby and A-Star gonna get flashed up again for the moment. Brutality, 57 seconds remaining, and looks like they will rotate the bomb back towards the A-bomb site, and A-Star reads this, gonna fall back. Hunter all alone up at long. He's gonna have T swarming in from multiple directions.
So here we go, Hunter with the very beginning pick. However, Venom will be coming out of the danger area, taking him down, making the man advantage equal. Now we can say Pexer taking down Acer. Now the A area is wide open, and that means Eternal Esports need to rotate back and take their position before Brutality get hold of the A side. And Pexer and Venom will deny Excali and Ruby to take control of the area. It's all on to Ace. He only have a CZ and nothing else. He's naked, no armor, no kit, no resources. Let's see if he was able to take steal a gun out of the Brutality and save it up.
I mean, perfectly played there by Brutality. They show presence towards long, show presence towards drop. Looks like it's going to be a pincer hit towards the B-bomb site. We see the CTs rotate in, and the Brutality is just going to change course, move back towards long, catch Hunter off guard. He did know for a fact that there was a pincer hit coming in from mid as well. Recovers the AK, drops the Molotov, but a little too late. And Brutality, nice clean round, 6-7 now, 1 round away from leveling things up.
That's probably right. In the meantime, we see the match is being paused, and I think it is a technical pause. I see they were having some issue with their mouse. In the meantime, while the game is paused, I would like to mention and thank to all our supporters and sponsors, because of whom we are able to make this event so huge. Right, so I would like to thank Twitch. I would like to thank Phoenix City Market Mall and Whitefield. I will definitely like to thank SRM University, Redbull, and Circle as well. Did I miss anything, Shane? Any sponsor by chance?
Yeah, I think you got all the basics covered, man. I think probably Acer Predator was the one you missed. Yeah.
Okay, alright. So we're just waiting for the match to be enforced so that we can give you the thrilling information what is exactly happening over here in the Grand Final in Bangalore. All right, this is Nubis here in the castle of Playtonia, and we have got the latest information with us, like versus EC1 is broke. His mouse is broke, so this is the reason we have the magic getting paused. So until and unless it's fixed, please don't go anywhere. Be with us so that we'd be able to give you more information about the match. Till then, take care of yourself, and we'll be right back shortly.
Quick heads up to the viewers tuning in, just waiting on was to get his mouse replaced, and we should have the remainder of his grand finals on its way. Just stick around, don't go anywhere. back into the game. 7-6 here in favor of Eternal Esports. The gun round comes in. Eternal Esports do buy up the AWP, but this time around it's going to be on Ribby here, out playing from Chicken Coop. See the early smoke coming in.
So what we're going to see here is Pixel will be taking down Hunter, and Aster will be doing the trade here, and Wars will be taking revenge of that. And Ace will be taking Venom. Oh my god, what is going on? 1v1 trade is happening all over the Cobble map. So it's 3v3 situation where Wars and Rix are almost dead. It's all onto Eventa. What do you think? Would Eventa would be able to take on the round, or it's a round number 8 for Eternal Esports?
They get a free entry onto the B-bomb site here. Brutality. Ribby unable to spot the first cross. But there's the all-important one. The bomb carrier coming in is going to get a safe plant in. Ribby unable to find him. Bomb goes down. 3v3. The retake coming in does drop Excali guard, leaving it all down to Ace as well as Ribby. Looks like they will call for the early save here. Eternal Esports. Brutality. Clean entry onto the B-bomb site, and they will be able to level things up 7-7.
I must say Brutality got lucky here because Eternal Esports did not attempt the round, because as I mentioned earlier, Rix was alive only like with 5 points of HP, and Woz was low as 3-4. Only Eventa had the full HP, and had if Eternal Esports would have tried, definitely it would have been around added benefits for Eternal Esports. So Brutality getting luckier, getting round number 7. So we are live to the last round, or the final round of the first half here. So what do you think gonna win this round here?
The buy will come in for Brutality. They will have 5 AKs out, full set of utility. Rix, though, will have none whatsoever. Oh, he does have money for the buy, so no harm, no foul. Well, the same thing can't be said about Eternal Esports. A-Star as well as Ace, a little low on utility, so is Ribby.
But this time we get to see Ribby with an AWP, so that he is, instead of playing drop, he must be playing with Chicken Coop right now. And if you can see the minimap, it's like all the players from Brutality are willing to rush to B in order to get his capture. However, they've been denied with the incendiary that have been thrown in the Belong area, and Ace is guarding the drop instead of Ribby there. So Ribby trying to push the B-long platform, getting a little bit aggressive. And yes! Oh my god! Taking on Pexer and Rix with a wall bang. It was totally unfortunate for Team Brutality having 2 members down right there on the B-long platform with 1 op shot. It's 2v5 situation. Oh my god, it's 1, and Venom is low as 18 points of health. Now he's late Venom. And this is how we get to see Eternal Esports scoring 8 points onto their favor in the first half here in the first map, Cobblestone.
Ribby goes absolutely huge there, lands the collateral up at B Plateau, gets the next one as well, a brisk 3k there, and Eternal Esports, they're going to close out the first half on a high, 8-7, 8 rounds on the CT side on Cobblestone. A giant feat, I'd say, Alok.
I think like I'm in a deja vu, because this is exactly what happened in the match against Semperex in the afternoon, like Brutality. They were not able to get enough round in the first, and then it was like 8-7 in the first half, while Semperex were on 8 and Brutality was on 7 on the cash map, right? Post to that, when they turned Terrorist, it was like havoc for Semperex. They were not able to get like more than 2 rounds. It like 16-10 on the scoreboard. So I'm afraid if that is getting replayed right here. So definitely the pistol round of the second half will be deciding what exactly we're gonna see between Eternal Esports and Team Brutality out here.
Yeah, first round of the second half on its way. Eternal Esports starting on the T side. 3 sets of armor. Make that 4, in fact. Utility on Ace. 2 flashbangs and a smoke. While Brutality, they'll be running 3 sets of armor themselves. Kit on Juventa. Utility on Rex. And early rotation towards Museum, and Eternal Esports look like they're going to start working towards mid as a 5-stack.
So in the meantime, we get to Aster taking down Venom as an entry pick right here in the A-Long area. That gives them the access to the A-Long. They don't have any idea Woz is still there in the A-Long. And here we see the 1 tap onto Aster. Oh my god, second onto Excaligar. Can he go huge and help his team to get to win the first fatal round here. He spots 2 members out there on the A side, and Pex will be taking on Ribi. It's a very difficult situation out here for Illinois Sports. Let's see what's going to happen next. Hunter will be taking on 2 members down from off Brutality. So it's 2v1. Ace is still there.
Ace all alone, but Uenta does find him. The diffuse will come in for Brutality. They make the retake work, but was there goes absolutely huge for Brutality out at long. Finds those 2 crucial frags, cornered up, but doesn't go down without a fight. 8-8.
To be honest, first time I thought like it was a round for Eternal Esports. Then again, Wuz and Pexer did a tremendous work there. Got killed. Like, did you see the 1-taps coming out from Wuz USP in the A-long area? Those were awesome and fantastic and round-winning 1-taps. So this is how we get to see Brutality winning their first battle round on the second half, which is why they've got 4 Pamasus and 1 UMP with Kit onto Juventa.
Yep, it's gonna be the Eco coming in for Eternal Esports. They did get the bomb plant in, so they will be able to invest into the AKs. Not investing too much in just one flashbang. They're just gonna flash their way through towards the B-bomb site. Rix blinded up initially. Excali does find the opening onto Uenta, but Rix is gonna have T swarming in on multiple directions. Turns around, gets 2 frags before he does eventually go down. And Ace gets cleaned up by Pexer, and Brutality, they take the lead 9-8.
Absolutely right. And what we see here is like Rix doing his work as usual. Like, he got 2 kills on the Famous and suddenly switched when he ran out of ammo on the Famous. So with the USP, he got another kill. So it's a triple kill for Rix, which helped Team Brutality to win the second round for there. It was like an equal round esports, and which helped them to buy 5 AKs and a couple of resources as well. So what do you think will be their strategy for this round? Because this is a very, very crucial round for them.
They're just going to take mid control for the moment here. We do have Wuz playing out at mid. And if not mistaken, it's Venom who's going to be smoking off long for the moment. Does allow him to move up aggressively, but little does he know there's a swarm of T's waiting for him on the other side.
It'll be better if he decides not to push in the A-long area, because if he does that, definitely he won't be able to return back. And yes, nice decision taken by like 2 players from Team Brutality playing A-long with Crossfire, giving them back a nice area. A nice gameplay. In the meantime, we see Eternal Sports pushing all the way from slope to a middle slope area, and the information is still... oh my god, Ace taking on Wuz. And Hunter and Aster taking on Venom or Brutals respectively, and Rix. He saw the bullets been spammed through the connected area, so he got the information that A side has been captured by Eternal Sports already. So they made a nice, clever decision not to mess up with the Eternal Sports team member, rather than fall back and save the weapon so that they can use this weapon in the next round as well.
They go for that gamble there. Brutality push both players towards the long, and Eternal Esports that play towards mid, perfectly called, and catches Brutality off guard. They clean house, open up the A-bomb site, and Brutality, they call for the save. And Eternal Esports don't take too long. They're going to be leveling things back up 9-9.
Absolutely. Unlike Semperex had done in the afternoon, we get to see Eternal Esports. What they're exactly trying to do here is they're trying to get back in the map again. And with that point, we're going to say Rix taking down 1 exit kill. However, GB will deny him to save the weapon. This is how we're going to say the scoreboard is equal for both the team. However, the money in the bank is not, because we get to see Brutality. The money is they're really poor, and government has not provided enough funds to them so that they go ahead and buy the weapons and stop Illinois Esports having more or scoring more rounds onto this map. What do you have to say about this?
Yep, they're just going to go on to an eco here. Just upgraded pistols to work with for Brutality, while Eternal Esports, they will have the 5 AKs out, and they're going to waste absolutely no time here taking control of B. But there is a stack coming in from Brutality. Hunter, though, does find the opening frag onto Wuz. Man advantage, but Eternal Esports, will they look to force? The issue is the question here.
Well, as of now, we get to see that it is a beautiful teamwork that has been happening, that we get to see from Illinois Esports, and if they keep on doing that, if they maintain doing that, definitely the first map will be theirs. There is no doubt on that. In the meantime, we get to see that Aster and Zibi taking down Pexer and the other guy as well, because they were in an eco, and Hunter will be able to find the last guy alive. That will be Venom from Team Brutality. This is how we get to see Eternal Esports ending Brutality in a brutal way. So things have changed. I think They have ample amount of money, a decent amount of money, so they go for the buy. Yes, you get to see 2 aim for A1, 2 aim for 2 Famous, and an UMP and a kit in the hand of Venom. However, if we look resource-wise, then they don't. I don't feel like they have enough resource to shut down the Eternal Esports strategy towards A long and mid area.
Not the best of buys coming in for Brutality here. They're going to have to make do with a couple of FAMASs and a UMP on Pexar. Light on utility as well, like you mentioned. And it's going to prompt them to play a little passive at the start of the round. They look to see if Eternal Esports, they're going to push up aggressive and hand a couple of frags away. And that could exactly be the case, but was unable to land that spray down onto Excalibur, who does find the opening frag. Venom, though, coming onto the backstab. Needs to go soon, else he's just going to... Oh, he spots multiple players out. Can he land the spray down? Yes, he can. He finds one, and that's enough time for the rotations to come in. Pexa finds one. He drops Ace as well. That's the bomb down. A-Star now all alone. 1v2, 3 points of health. Stuck out at long. No utility as well. And boy, oh boy, Venom goes big there with that backstab for Brutality. And A-Star has 45 seconds here to try and work this round in favor of Eternal Esports. Alok.
In the meantime, we're going to see Acer finding out Venom and exposing his position that he's already there in the long. So Evanta will do no mistake, take him down. So it turned out to be a chaotic round for Eternal Esports. Like, they've got the very first entry pick onto Worst. However, it's a nice and clever decision by Brutality. I mean, the B-Long player, he decided to push as long as he saw that multiple player. He got the information by Worst that he saw multiple players right in the mid. So Venom was the player who pushed all the way from B-Long, and he did the backstab in style, right? So this is why you get to see Brutality coming back in the map again.
Yep, and looks like there's going to be a reset coming in by the looks of things. We're even Stevens, 10-10, map number 1 of the grand finals of Playtonia, Conquerors Insignia 2017. Doesn't get any better than this, does it, Alok?
I am really, really excited to see this kind of maps going on, especially live on the LAN even. So I feel myself blessed to witness the top 2 team of India facing each other on the LAN even like that. In the meantime, we get to see that the match has been paused, and they are demanding a restore. I don't know what is going wrong with them. So Eternal Esports has taken a timeout. I'm not sure whether it's a technical issue or a tactical timeout. Let's find out.
Do have the resume coming back in to the server. Round number 21, 10-10. Brutality, they will be able to go back into the buy. It's not going to be a pretty one yet again. Just 3 FAMASs, and Venom Pexar as well as was will be pretty low on utility here, Alok.
I mean, they're doing the same thing again and again, because what is happening here is they're... Oh my god, in the meantime, we see Was playing aggressively in the B-Long area and finding Ace and coming back. That's a nice, clever decision in gameplay we get to see from Was. However, he's really, really low, and Yubenta is dead by Aster, and Aster is going huge, taking down Rex as well. He knows Was is there and is low on HP. However, Was will be finding on Aster and landing a headshot right onto his face, and Pexa will do no mistake taking down Rivi as well. So Excali will be burning Pexa down alive. And it's all onto Excali and Hunter versus Venom and Was is internally bleeding, wherein he only has 2 points of health left.
Yep, and he's going to be playing in from stairs here, out on the B-bomb site. It's exactly where the bomb's going to be heading. Was has to go big, can't do so. Hunter finds him, and that's going to be the B-bomb site completely compromised here for Brutality. They will be able to get the bomb plant in Eternal. And despite brutality's antiques there in the B-bomb side, it's down to Venom to have to clutch this. 1v2 is going to be coming in through long. He does spot a player out in the corner here. Immediately the Molotov comes in, stopping Venom in his tracks. He's going to spot the T on the rotate, baiting in the shots. Venom does find Hunter down to a 1v1. Venom, can he clutch it? He's going to tap away at the bomb. Excali, ring around the rosy, boys. He's going to come through the corner, takes Venom's head off, and gives Eternal Esports back the lead, 11-10.
So this is what I call a nice team play. Because one was there on the, I'm talking about, esports, like 2v1 situation, and they knew Venom was there. As soon as they got the information, one player was there on the B-long. He hit himself, and he called, without any further communication or further delay, we get to see a Molotov coming in on the B-long area. So this is what we can call a team play. And I'm really happy to see Indian team playing like that. And on that note, I would like to say that Team Brutality, again, they're going for the eco, wherein I get to see only CZ and Hannah event, and rest of his teammates will be playing with the USP. In the meantime, Ribi will be pushing aggressively, taking down Wars. Rex is still there, hiding in the smoke. However, the Juventa will be getting down. The Hunter bomb is about to go down, and let's see what exactly Rex is doing, because if you see on the minimap, all the 3 members from Brutality are still there in the B side, and Ribi will take down Rex as well. It's all on the Pexer. Pexer takes Ribi down. He steals his gun. However, there is no ammo. He was helpless, and he didn't have any option but to go to drop and to reload. And Excali denied that in a stylish way, and this is how we get to see round number 12 being ended up in Eternal Esports scoreboard.
Not a bad run coming in for the T's there. Eternal Esports, they get the passing smoke down, the crossing smoke rather, and quick execute onto the B-bomb side. Flashes in, get the opening frags thanks to Ribi there with the Mac-10. And Eternal Esports don't take too many casualties. I think it's just one player down. 12-10 Brutality. They go for the force buy. 3 for Masters. Juventa, only a CZ to work this. And yep. Can they make this happen though? Brutality, they're known as the kings of force buys, but they're going to have to grind this round out, Alok.
I totally do agree with you. They've been known as the kings of force buy, but at this time, they're facing a team like Eternal Esports. Then they should better be careful, because Eternal Esports are not giving or leaving any room or any chance for Brutality to come back, right? Unlike Semperex has been done in the last map we get to see in the afternoon. So Brutality will better be careful while chasing Eternal Esports member right here.
Yep, and towards drop, Ruby finds the pick onto Pexarex. Cali finds the second. Juventa does reply back with the kill, but he gets immediately traded away by Ace. 2v4. Venom out here in the A-bomb site. Has to go for the long rotate. It's going to be all on Rex here. He's going to try and move towards Plateau, and Hunter does check the corner, leaving it all down to Venom now. 30 seconds remaining. Eternal Esports in command, all set to get their 13th round on the board.
So Venom is the only player who's left alive, and he has a famous flashbang with him, and he does an advocate as well, and he has been outnumbered with manpower by Eternal Esports. So Ribi spotting Venom, so it is time for the people of Eternal Esports to hunt him down, and they should not be allowing Venom to save that famous, right? So in this scenario, as you said, we get to see round number 13 coming up for Eternal Esports right here.
Yep, the pre-fire is coming in. Venom gets spotted out in the corner, and they're gonna slowly wait for backup to come in, cornering up Venom. There's nowhere to go, and yeah, finally goes down to Hunter there, and Eternal Esports 3 rounds away now from taking map number 1 of the grand finals.
So the last round made Brutality, or forced Team Brutality to go for another force buy, and if they do so, and in case they happen to lose this round, definitely it'll be 14 for Eternal Esports, and Brutality will be in huge pressure. And once the Eternal Esports will be leading with 1-0 on best of 3 map here, and definitely the confidence will their confidence will be in 9th cloud, and they can do anything to Team Brutality, which is not a good sign for them right here.
They're gonna go for 3 players towards B here. Early pressure coming in from A-Star. Spots one player out in the corner, wants to take the firefight. a little too pessimistic about peeking in. Is not really sure if this is going to be a B stack coming in for Brutality. So they're going to play it safe here. Eternal Esports, they're going to go back towards mid, where we pretty much have already Venom pushing out towards long. Ribby does find the opening frag towards the B-bomb side. Venom gets spotted out, gets tagged down to 32 points of health. Not too much armor to work with as well here. And Eternal Esports are going to be like, screw it, man. We're going to go back towards the B-bomb side. They do check the corner. Excali finds Was. Not before he does drop Ribby, though. 2v4. And they do have control of the B-bomb side. Bomb should be going down. And Juventa skirting around on the edge of the smoke, does get figured out, and Venom all alone in the drop room. Eternal Esports in prime position to hit 14 rounds.
So Venom is helpless. He only is surviving with the BD50 and 32 points of health. And now it is like late Venom. He's not in the map for the particular round no more. So we get to see round number 14 being added, and Brutality. This is the time they need to go huge. If they lose this round, and definitely it'll be a GG. And Eternal Esports, it'll be easier for them to win the very first round. First map will be 3 out here.
For the first time on the CT side, we will see Rix out with the AWP, but it's going to be a glass cannon one. AWP flashbang is all he has to work with. He will be playing in off the B-bomb side, guessing towards Statue. The lone flashbang deployed, and they're going to go in early here. Juventa does find the opening frag here. Spots out. In fact, he burns down Excali God, who was looking to push nice and aggressive towards Plateau. We do have A-Star, though, coming out. Rix on point with the first frag, and that's going to be a two-man advantage here for Brutality right off the bat. Perfect start for the CT side here.
So here we go again with Rex and Up, and we all know what he is capable of if he's having Up in his hand. And right now he has he has proven by taking down one member from Eternal Esports who was trying to push the B-long area. Now it's a 3v5 situation, and all they need to do is they need to keep on pushing the pressure onto Eternal Esports, and they cannot afford to allow them to go to match point. In the meantime, we get to see a drop zone jump, and Pexor takes down Ace, and Hunter will be taking down Pexor in an act of trade. So we get to see 2v4 situation, and it seems like the table is turning slowly towards Brutality. And if they do not do any kind of mistakes, then definitely this will be their round. And this will not only help them to build some economy. In the meantime, we're going to see Ribby and Hunter together finding wars and trying to get hold of the A side here. And as 2v3 situation, oh my god, Hunter lands a beautiful headshot onto the Venom. A side is wide open. The bomb will go down. The table is turning now into the favor of Eternal Esports. And we cannot predict anything. So let's see what's going to happen right now.
Oh boy. Eternal Esports on the back of some wonderful play there by Hunter. Those two opening frags, gets in, but now he's gonna have to clutch this out here. 1v2, dancing around in the bomb site. He has been spotted out, but Juventa on the retake gets the two frags, and it will be Brutality surviving a scare there. Rix does rotate all the way back to pick up his AWP. 11-14.
Well, Rix and Juventa both together saves Team Brutality's hope out here. They not only did win the round, but also restored the faith in the confidence as well among their teammates. So we get to see round number 11 being added up onto the Brutality scoreboard. And like only 2 members were alive. So this time they will have to compromise with their buy pattern. We can see Rix with the up and 2 M4s and 2 Famous. And only one guy has a kit. That will be Pexor. And on the contrary, if you talk about Eternal Esports buy pattern, they have 5 AKs with full resources. So what do you think? What will be their strategy in this round to go to the match point here?
Eternal Esports, though, it's gonna play this slow here at the start. They want to take control of long and drop room. Ribby is just gonna push in through the smoke. A-Star does find the opening frag onto Was. They have control of connector here. They're just gonna loop around, find a Venom out in mid, and that is gonna be the A-bomb side, fully compromised up by Brutality. Juventa as well as Pexar, though, they do find the 2 frags here. 3v3. Juventa coming in from balcony, though. slowly making their way towards the bomb site here. Eternal Esports, they do get the bomb plant in. P comes in. Hunter, though, quick on the trigger, drops Uenter. Rix, as well as Pexar now, to try and prevent Eternal Esports from reaching map point. Rix with the AWP goes down, peeking in. Hunter cleans up. Excali finds Pexar. Map point, Eternal Esports.
Absolutely right, and this is how we get to see Eternal Esports. They're only one round away from winning the map number 1, which is the Cobblestone here against Brutality in the grand final of best of 3. So we get to see Brutality is really, they're going through really poor buy. When we get to see only one weapon with was rest of his teammates will have to play with CZ, Deagles, and 5-7s, and no one has kit. Only Pexar have a couple of resources. So do you think they will be able to stop the aggression of Eternal Esports, or stop them to go away and make them win the map here?
There's an early Molotov coming in towards drop. They're preventing Eternal Esports from going for that early push through drop. And smoke as well. Pexar will be homing up drop room, but A-Star finds one, finds the second out. NB, is this the end, at least for Brutality here for map number 1? 2 frags. They do still have Pexar as well as Was out on the B-bomb side. Was a stack coming in, and Eternal Esports, they're gonna loop back out and start working their way towards mid by the looks of things here. Hunter drops the smoke. I'm guessing that is towards the door. Yep, just look at that. Pixel perfect smoke coming in, and this is going to fake their way back towards the B-bomb site. The rotations have come in. Both Uenter as well as Pexar know that it's going to be the B hit coming in. Was though, goes big, finds 2 frags. 2v2, bomb going down. Uenter as well as Pexar, just pistols to work with and armor. No utility, no kit. Uphill task, Ribby as well as Excali clean up. It will be Eternal Esports taking Cobblestone 16-11, 1-0 in the grand finals now. Don't go anywhere, do stick around. We will be back shortly with map number 2 on Mirage. This is the grand finals of Playtonia Conquerors Insignia 2017.
first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. Okay, so what we just okay, just pardon us because the match is still the match is paused, and okay, it'll be going getting unpaused soon. In the meantime, to our new viewers who are recently joined, so this is the map number 2. That will be Mirage, and it's a Playtonia picked up map. And the map number 1 was Cobblestone, wherein Eternal Esports was the winner of the first map. Now it is Brutality's turn to answer Eternal Esports onto their favorite map. If they don't do that, then it'll be a good game that was played for Team Brutality out here. So,
Eternal Esports starting on the city side, 4 sets of armor, kicking on 2 days.
indeed, this was a very, very fast round, and what a gameplay we get to see from Eternal Esports. Now, this is what we say a proper gameplay with proper communication and team coordination as well. In return for which we get to say Eternal Esports getting their very first round being added up on the scoreboard. It means Brutality will be going for eco so that they can buy 5 AKs. I think they will be going for the buy in the third round where they will be having like 5 AKs. In the meantime, we get to see like a couple of P250s, 3 P250 and 2 Glocks, and multiple players from Brutality are sneaking through A palace. So Ribby and Hunter are ready there to welcome them. So let's see what's gonna happen. In the meantime, Ribby finding Pixar, Hunter and Ribby together demolishing all of them. To extend the Team Brutality's all members then and there in the A palace areas. Though they denied even them, I mean Team Brutality, denied them from jumping out of the palace as well. So what do you have to say about this round, Sage Slayer?
Tina and Hariko coming in for Eternal Esports. They were ready for that palace push. Coming in for Brutality, Ribby as well as Hunter. Long range start. Lock down the A-bomb site. No bomb plan for Brutality. But try to see the bomb party. Ribby bringing the 5 AKs now. We do have utility for Brutality. So we're gonna have to take these firefights up early into the round, and for the moment, A-Star on the palace, ready for that aggression to ace Lopia with that incendiary.
So definitely, Eternal Esports were expecting Brutality to go for the AK on the third round because they know they have already played a lot of match against the same team. So in the meantime, we see Venom trying to get that other pick. So the information has been passed to Eternal Esports. In the meantime, we see even taking the stack in the nest area. Try to get control of nest. However, Ace will deny that from the ladder room and they'll be short and no mistake to trade him up. It's a 4v4 situation, and we get to see Pexer and Wooz are dinged by Eternal Esports. In the meantime, we get to see it's a fake and rotation coming out from Brutality, wherein 3 members are going to be absent. What about Excali? To shut the rush here, Shade Slayer.
Excali guard all alone, playing in from WAN, out in the B-bomb site. He's gonna get the flashbang as well as the Molotov out, trying to slow the push from coming in. Trying to Excali is gonna find the frag onto Venom, spots Xer, not ready for that peek, spots the last player out as well. Jumping shot.
what an amazing performance we got to see here coming out from Excalibur. He was right there in the van, and he did no mistake, shut down the entire rush of the Brutality, and this is how we get to see it, Esports leading on the scoreboard with 3-0. And Brutality, again, they are struggling in their own favorite map, so we all need to see how long they will take to get back in this map, because if they don't do, then definitely it's not a good news for them. In the meantime, Aster taking on Viventa was trying to push the mid area, and he was so ruthless it did not even allow him to pass the mid connector area. So 5v4 situation wherein we get to see all the Brutality members having like 3 members around 50-50, and Ace and Aster, they don't show any mercy on the Brutal's player. Like Rix, Venom, and Waz will be going down. It's all on the Pexory, and is no more with us for that particular round here. So it is around like Eternal Esports were playing a 1B short, 1 nest, and 1 connector push. So this is how they were able to shut down the entire mid connector rush that denied them to get the access of the mid, because this is a game unlike a cache. In the meantime, we're going to say Pexer rushing down B short, finding Ace. Oh my god, Rivi and Aster going down as well. It is Excali. He took his position, and will be able to find it. It's all on to Hunter. He does have a kit, however, it's a really nice decision to save the gun. However, Briggs was there in the nest area, and he will not let him save the gun. So this is how we get to see Brutality getting their first one in the first half here. They were so brutal, they were so aggressive, and I was expecting just a round like this from Team Brutality, and they were able to deliver. And they were, they delivered exactly the round I was expecting out of them.
Excali got up at B, couldn't really find more, and Brutality get their first round off the board here in map number 2 of the grand finals. Enough money to go for the
So it's showtime, right? Because we do have an open. Let Hunter show what he's capable of when he has having up, and we get to see that he's having an op, and he is guarding all the area needs are like the DK, the Talis, and the connector. So all in he already cleared up the B short, and he finds no one in the connector area, not even the nest. So the information has been passed. The ladder room has been occupied. All they need to do is they need to push B apps or to I'm sorry, get the distraction. But Hunter was there taking down Pexel. 5v4 situation. Now they have information that Hunter is there, and the A side Excalibur was there. So before he was Ace was there, the Excalibur will taking on one more member from Team Brutality. And here we find Waz taking on Excalibur, and Venom is there to do the trade. I'm really sorry about that. And Venom is going massive. It's all on Ruby, and Hunter. Bomb is down. Hunter will be taking on Venom. It's Rix with an AK-47. He might be dangerous. Yes, he is! He tried his level best to get the clutch out. However, he was not able to. Nice try. However, it doesn't matter in the end, because Eternal Esports making the issues, they're not giving any single opportunity or scope for Team Brutality to get back in the map. Being said that, I would rather make you remember that this is the second map, and Brutality already lost the first map to Eternal Esports in the Cobblestone map. So if they don't do anything in this map to get back in, then definitely it'll be straight to Neil, and Eternal Esports will be taking down the trophy over here. So definitely he did what he has to do before being dead. That definitely will help his team to get onto their scoreboard. Being said that, they're keep on putting pressure onto Brutality continuously. Brutality doesn't do anything as soon as possible, then definitely it's not a bad sign for them. In the meantime, it's on Rex. He has to save BR, and he has the bomb though. However, he's very low in terms of HP, only have 30 HP, and 1v2 situation. Let's see if he is able to clear the A side by picking the A guy. So who do we have here from Eternal Esports guarding the A side? Oh my god, he spots Hunter, who was there in the connector. Hunter did not have any idea Rix has already rotated back, so now the information is passed. The bomb is being planted for the CT, and a clever hideout has been taken by Rex. So this is the showtime. Rix will have to go big if they want to get in this tournament.
Rix here, 1v2, 30 points of health, one flashbang, AWP goes for the flick, but Ace was ready for that peek from and we'll be getting the diffuse in Eternal Esports. They allowed the bomb plan to come in. Hunter caught unawares up at connector, but Brutality is unable to clutch the roundabout there. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Yeah, their money's done for.
So let's talk about last round, what has happened. Rix wasn't able to connect, and which is why he was not success in clutching out that scenario. It was a very, very important round, and as they lost, they will have to go with the eco. Only Venom is getting the armor and the Kevlar. Rest of his teammates will be going only with Beagles, Tech9's, CZ. And I think the way Eternal Esports are playing right now, Brutality have lesser chance to win this round, because I'm talking about this particular round. So it seems like they don't have the opportunity to get this round. In the meantime, we see Hunter taking on Wars, and Aster and Ace together finding events and hunting down the Palace, making them now the situation is getting worse for Team Brutality. They need to do something. In the meantime, Excalibur will be eating Pexer's head out of the B app, making Aster. It's a 2v4 situation. Still, it's not 1v4 now, because Ace will be taking down Venom. It's all on to Rix. Let's see what exactly Rix says. Yes, he is moving to B apps with a CZ, and he doesn't have the C4 with him either. So it's very difficult, I would rather say impossible situation for Rix to close this round out. What do you have to say about this Chase Slayer?
73 points of health, no armor, just the CZ in hand. Bomb firmly in control of the CTs here. Eternal Esports, don't want to waste too much time there. Ace takes Rix's head off, 7-1. Terrorists win.
Okay, here we go. Brutality is really, really under pressure, and I think we should be taking time out. I mean, tactical pause right now, and discuss what exactly is going wrong to find out what they can come up with a new strategy so that they won't be losing any more rounds. Because once Eternal Esports is like unstoppable in this point of time, if they allow Eternal Esports to take rounds just like this, then definitely it'll be a GGWP and for Brutality. And Eternal Esports is confident, and they are much more aggressive than Brutality as a
They have committed 4 players up here. When they're running distraction up from Palace, they do find the opening frag onto Excali as well. That should be the key hit coming in. Brutality off the B-bombs. Penta finds the A-star up at under Palace as well. Gets one frag, but retake likely for Eternal Esports here.
So things are getting better for Team Brutality as they are about to see round number 2 onto their favor. That doesn't mean that Esports will be going for eco, because they have already made up a huge amount of economy. If you can see, like, it's $5,600 with the Ribby, and if he takes down Woods as well. Just give me 1 second. I request you to please carry on if you don't mind.
And look like Hunter as well as Rui will look to save the weapons here, the AWP as well as the M4.
I'm really sorry, guys and girls. I just got a call, and I do apologize for the same. And what we see here is Italy Esports are leading with 7 points on the scoreboard, and Brutality are still struggling to get those early rounds. And we get to see Hunter doing the magic as usual, taking down Rex, which was really, really helpful for Italy Esports. In the meantime, Ribi taking down the head out of the body for Venom. And Hunter again with a double kill onto Woods. And Pexer goes huge with a triple kill here. Wood can help Brutality get around onto their favor, because I see both the members from Italy Esports rotating through CT. And it's a 2v2 situation. However, Ace has a kid. And he takes down Pexer. It's all under the Venta. Can we see what exactly he's... Yeah. He's on the connector. They don't have any idea because they need to check each and every angle in order to find out who exactly Zvenda is. So it's all on to him, and it was his plan. Let's see if he will be able to. He should be able to close this round. However, he's got spotted, and now it might be dangerous for Team Vitality because yes, Excali got taking the advantage of the distraction by throwing the smoke, taking down the last minute life from Brutality. This is how we get to see round number 8 for Italy Esports, and what a nice and clever play. However, I definitely would love to say nice try to Pexer, because he did, he just got like triple kill. Rather, going to city spawn and getting caught off guard. What he had done is he would have gone to under palace or maybe the firebox and hidden, so that it'll be a little more difficult for Italy Sport to see what exactly both the enemies are, right? So, nevertheless, we get to move on to round number 11 here, and we see like a CZ, 2 CZs, a Galil, and 2 AKs, which indicates a poor buy in terms of Brutality.
Pull a rabbit out of the hat here, Alok.
I don't think it was to do that 1v4 situation, and now they know where exactly he's hiding at. So they might be able to surround him from everywhere, and it'll be difficult for Wars to get himself say. So Wars will be taking on Libby and Wick. And a little bit backstab is happening from Italy Esports. Like one of the guys from Italy Esports sneaking right from the TV room and waiting for Wars to do a mistake. Yes, Wars does the mistake, and Excali will take the advantage and punish him for it.
Hiding up there, up in mid. He knew was had to come out to play, and it's only for 9-2 now. Brutality. They're gonna be out of money. Forced back onto the eco. It's only supposed to be an impressed. They've shown a stellar CT side here out for us.
I cannot disagree with you, Jet Player. They have really proven themselves like why they deserve to be the best team in India. Just because they have made their way to the grand finals over here, and they're playing the same thing as Team Brutality in the best of 3, and they won the very first map, which was Cobblestone, and now they're hated, and they are committed, and they're not like they're headstrong people. They're not given up, and they're keep on dominating Team Brutality. And if we talk about Team Brutality, oh my God, did you see that? As to
our trigger discipline coming in there, looking for that 3K, but Ace still meanwhile finds one, finds the second up from Sniper Nest. Big for it, and gets taken down by Hunter with the AWP. Double digits for the other side, 10-2.
Definitely, and what we can see from the scoreboard is Brutality is not looking good in this BO3 at the grand final here, because they have already lost the first map to Italy Sports onto the Cobblestone, and they only have this map wherein they have the only chance, if they win this one, that they can drag the Italy Sports onto the third one. Otherwise, it'll be a bye-bye to Team Brutality for today. right? And Team Brutality, I think their confidence has already been broken by Illinois Esports. So let's see what's going to happen next. So it's a perfect smoke that have been thrown from the T-spawn, and it blocks out the entire view on the net. So it seems like we get to see double op setup in the meanwhile from Team Brutality, like Wars and Riggs. They both have ops respectively. In the meantime, we have Hunter, the aggressive opper from Illinois Esports. Let's see who would be able to get that first entry pick here. Would it be Illinois Esports or the Team Brutality? What do you think about it?
I mean, Brutality, they're trying something different here. They know the regular stuff isn't working out. They're going to move into the double off setup and correct. Juventus though does get traded away by Ace. Venom gets to trade himself. Man advantage now for Brutality. Money's not looking good on the CP side, and rightfully so. They're going to decide to save the weapons here and fight the crowd.
Definitely, if they would be able to save all 3 weapons, then definitely it'll be a plus point for Illinois Esports, because all they need to do is they need to only drop 2 weapons, and they can drop M4A1s and buy another 2 A4s for them as well, which means Brutality will again have to face the entire full buy round coming out from Illinois Esports. On the contrary, if Brutality would be able to haunt, in the meantime, we get to see Acer decapitating Pixar head out of his body, and the bomb will go up. So Brutality, after a lot of struggle, gets to see round number 3 onto their favor out here, Shade. So this is the thing they are searching on, and they are depending on as well. So again, we have like Riggs and was going big with the double up setup here. So Aster changing this time a little bit, change the position of the Aster. He is a little bit aggressive in A Palace and hoping someone to push through smoke so that he can eat the player who will be pushing the A Palace and make the man advantage onto their favor. In the meantime, no context has been done, and no damage has been done either to both the teams. Now all they're looking for the information where exactly the opponent teams are. However, Brutality this time they are playing a different move wherein, oh my god, in the meantime Hunter again doing the miracle, taking down Mutant as first pick here. So please carry out Shade from here.
Brutality. Last round.
They will have to. They don't have any other option other than that, do they? So this time we're going to see a single op instead of double. So Riggs will be the one who will be holding down his op, and Woz will be sticking to the AK. And surprisingly, we get to see Venom with a take 9. He did not have enough money to go for a buy here. So in the meantime, we get to see the same sort of buy coming out from the CD as well. We get to see 2 CGs, 2 UMPs, and 1 aim 4 in the hand of Hunter. And apart from Ace, nobody has kits to talk about esports. So in the meantime, it's a huge, massive B-Rush, and Ace will be taking on Wars, and he's carrying with Venom, making a land as well. It's 3v5 with the War situation for Team Brutality. They need to take the up this round. And in the meantime, got trying to. In the meantime, Ace doing the miracle, doing the backstabbing style, taking the last 2 men alive in Brutality. And guys and girls, here we are. We get to see the very first half here. Illinois Esports leading with 11 points, wherein Brutality is still struggling with 4 points. So what are your opinions regarding the first half here, Shade?
I mean, Illinois Esports, man, it was one side. Just 5 rounds away from the title now. Fabulous job there in the last round as well. Just the pistols. They go pincer the side of brutality there on B apps. Completely caught unawares. Excali as well as Ace go big. And the brutality, they have a long road way back if they are to take Mirage, and it's gonna have to start off by taking the pistol round here, Alok.
Okay, so if you if you take a look at the scoreboard, you can see like 14, 14, 12, 12, and 12. If you're talking about the Indian esports, that means all the players from Indian esports equally given the same amount of effort. On the contrary, if you look, take a look at the Team Brutality score, you can see only Rex and Venom are the members who are trying really hard to get this early round. Apart from them, all the 3 members are not, they haven't proven themselves in this match as of now.
And Eternal Esports starting on the T side, 4 sets of armor, utility on Excali as Eternal Esports looks like they're going to be lining up a smoke here. Excali is going towards Sniper Nest. Pretty sure smoke there, but nonetheless, short A-star tapping away. Doesn't find anyone, but it's going to be in fact Ribby to find the opening frag, and that's the B-bomb site open here for does find A-star. 3-3 though. Is on for brutality. Ribby takes the firefight versus was probably not the wisest of decisions there. 3v3 Excali goes down, 2v2 now. Excali as well as Hunter. Hold on to the side. Hunter gets pincered up by one, and that's gonna leave Excali in a 1v1 here. To clutch this out, one taps away with the Glock. Off with their head was, and that just might be the nail in the coffin for brutality there, Alex.
Absolutely right, and here we go. Excali and Hunter went really, really huge in the very first pistol round on the second half, and that is how they are more getting closer round after round. Like they got the first pistol round, which means they will be having the proper buy. We get to see that like 2 AKs, a Galil, and 2 EMPs with a couple of resources. In the meantime, Brutality, they are forced to go with the force buy because they don't have enough round to spare with. So we get to see Rix with Scout, and apart from him, all the players from Brutality will be playing with Seasons, and Pixel will be 5-7. And yes, in the meantime, Aster taking the tapping even though, giving his teammates the first kill, and Ribby will not leave Rix alone. He will decapitate his head area, and Pixar will be punishing out Excali in the underpass, and Venom not doing the right thing, messing up with Hunter because he had an AK and I mean, there was and Pixar, both the brothers doing miracle. Hunter, Ace, and Ribby going down respectively. It's 1-2. Pixar steals the AK and War steals the Galil as well. It's all onto Aster, and he has an UMP though, but he doesn't have the advantage of having the C4 because the Brutality has already dropped the C4. Now they're guarding. So 1v2 situation, all you need to do, Aster, is to look ahead for the angle, and Woods will punish him by lining a one tap onto the head right in the face. So this is how Brutality getting a little bit boosted up, and a little bit of hope coming out from Brutality. What do you have to say about this last round, Shade Slayer?
I mean, the brothers, they're perfect tag team up from connector and underpass. They catch Eternal Esports unawares, and Eternal Esports punished there for pushing up through connector without clearing the corner.
Absolutely right. So we get to see a little bit of, it's a fancy stack coming out from the esports, and they have like 3 seasons and 1 P250 and Deagle and Aster. So what it seems like huge B rush. The information has been passed, and backup has been called. In the meantime, Pixel will burn Ribby down, and Venom will be more mistaken on Aster. And Excali and Ace taking advantage, taking down Pixel and Venom in rotation. Scallion by killing him with the AK-47, and he's not way though, however not able to get the kill. And Hunter, he was all alone on the B side, surrounded by all the 3 players and and took his light right there on the B side. So this is how we get to see Team Brutality making some economy, getting advantage of the round, and getting ahead in the scoreboard as well.
Tunnel Esports there. Perfect wall of smoke to get the 2 frags, but little do they expect Rick to be pushing them through the smoke, get the 2 frags for Brutality, to get their 6th round on the board, 12 to 6, and Tunnel Esports here to try and stabilize their economy. Should be a round for
So here we are was all on Excali Hunter. Excali. So it's beautiful down the middle area. Without tapping and doing the shoulder peg, and will be able to force Venom not let it go just like that. So round number 7. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the very crucial round because Esports is at 12 and they are on the full buy, and a couple of they don't have enough resources with them though. So it means they only have to rely totally on their aim. So we're in Brutality, they have the weapon, they don't have AWP though, but they have enough resources to shut down the rush coming out from Eternal Esports.
I mean, we have seen going into this round here, holding up at the bomb site, and Eternal Esports, they decide to slow things down here in round number 20.
Absolutely, they will have to, because they cannot afford to do any mistake. There is no room for error. If they do that, they know how dangerous it can be if Brutality finds a little bit hope, so that they can show the aggressive part of there, and they can come back like anything. So Indian Esports will not allow, because already they have won the first map and they have the upper hand from Brutality as of now. So they will not allow Brutality to come back in this map, because this is huge, and they're like a little bit more, they're almost there to declare themselves the winner of the grand final here.
45 seconds remaining on the clock as we see Ruby lining up the smoke. Ace finds the opening frag onto the B-bomb site from short, and pretty much when I'm all alone, he finds one, goes down, on the retake here for Brutality. Coming in from market, while Rix is making the long loop around through BX. But he does have Excali here with the back lines as A-Star finds Was. Uwenta trades him away. And 7 points on the down to Ace. 1v1. Rix coming in from Apps, jumps down the long spray at Ace. How on earth did he end up whipping that? Does he have the time for the defuse? No, he does not. Ace, despite missing the spray there, has done enough for Eternally. They can pretty much taste victory here now.
Okay, first of all, I'm really impressed the way Ace was there, because he knew that the last member alive in the Brutality, he did not have enough time, though he might have to get, so he did not intend to show his face. He allowed him to fetch for the Esports. Though he did spray, he did not able to connect. However, that doesn't matter at the end, because he was able to get the round for the Esports, and which means all they need to do is 2 more rounds, and they will be able to make it to match point. So Team Brutality are still struggling, and they're in a really, really bad situation over here.
Yeah, but despite winning the round, though, look at the money. Pretty much just get one person alive. 1v3 you enter. Scally on 10, Ruby on 30, 40 points is all that Tony Sports has to work with. Juventa though does have the kit, but he's gonna have to isolate this into two 1v1s. I see that highly unlikely. Gun barrel spotted out. Ribby with the wall bang gets the round in favor. They're out of money. They're probably out of chances here at Insignia 2017. Hello.
I think they already lost the map because it was the last round was vital for them, and because the money in the bank was not that good. So with losing the last round, I think the decision has already been taken, and you and I both know how difficult it is for Team Brutality to come back. It's like next to impossible, and all Eternal Esports can do is to take inappropriate shots or the shots which are not needed. Rather, they do holy angles because they should be knowing that Team Brutality should be doing the force buy right here, because 14 is the number which Eternal Esports is stuck at. All they need to do is one more round, and I think it should be easy looking at the buy pattern of Brutality, because if you see Venom is with a USP, even with a Deagle and Pexer Wars and Rex. Oh my god, in the meantime, Pexer taking on Ace in the middle area, coming back, giving the information, and hoping someone comes on the Arnapars area as well, 5v4 situation. I don't think that will work, help, because Aster is hiding in the palace, giving the information back to his team, is spraying in the smoke, finds Pexer with the last bullet, and 4v4 situation, let's see what's gonna happen from here.
For overtime here, as if Eternal Esports take this round. It does look under question now as it does go down early into the round. A-Star though leveling things up with that spray through the smoke. Catches was unawares, finds Rix pushing aggressively as well, and that should be the on the edge of smoke, coming in through mids, gets taken down by Ribby, and that should be championship point coming up for Eternal Esports.
Absolutely right, and Venom trying to take an advantage of smoke. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Eternal Esports onto the match point. All they need to do is they need to win one more round, and we'll be having our grand finalist, and they will be taking down the beautiful trophy which is there on the stage along with them to their boot camp house.
Spraying away down to 48 points of health, and 15 to 7 here. Brutality. It's gonna take a miracle. Look.
Absolutely right. We get into 3v5 situation, and Brutality finding himself in a very, very bad situation. In the meantime, Rix will be taking on Hunter. I don't think that will be fighting more because Aster is there to take down Wars, and Ace will be taking on Rix in an active trade. It's all on the Pexer. He doesn't have kit. He's really low in terms of HP. He doesn't have resources as well. So 1v4, I don't think he will be able to close this up.
1v4 coming in from short. Pexer to keep Brutality in the fight. Not to be the case. Ribby cleans up. It is gonna be Eternal Esports at Playtonia, Conquerors Insignia 2017, taking down Brutality 2-0 in the grand finals. A clean sweep and completely deserved winners here today. The best team by far, Alok.
I cannot disagree with you, and I'm really, really impressed the way Eternal Esports showed us how they should be playing and how deserving they are to be called champion, right? In the meantime, everything's over, and we have our grand final, champion, Eternal Esports. So without any further delay, let's leave the Caster channel. Thank you very much for all the viewers who are there on the Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and we also love to say goodbye to all the viewers which we are witnessing right here on the LAN event. So
thank you so much for all the viewers who tuned